Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Nothing is sweeter for the warm summer months than a great scoop of Baskin-Robbins ice cream. Your Baskin-Robbins store right here in Yakima on South First Street proudly supports Yakima Valley Pippins baseball. Make sure you stop by and grab a cup or cone of your favorite Baskin-Robbins flavor at the South First location. And then, next time you're at Yakima County Stadium, try out their awesome baseball medley. Baskin-Robbins ice cream and Pippins baseball will make your summer memorable.
Being pregnant can make normal routines complicated. Lincoln Avenue Medical Dental Center is uniquely suited to help make life a little bit easier for all moms. Our care teams will help you with appointments, dental visits, nutrition counseling, and more. Our registered nurses can help follow up with you and your baby at home. Parenthood can sometimes make your life a little more complicated. We are here to help. Visit our Mother's Lounge at every Yakima Valley Pippins home game. We're located next to the box office.
No one likes having to work on collection of debt, but when that time comes, one of the nation's best is right here in the Yakima Valley. YCCS is a locally owned, nationally renowned business that focuses on the customer's needs in a fair but firm manner. YCCS takes pride in their professionalism. Call 800-841-8573 or visit yccsusa.com to find out how they can help you recover what is rightfully yours. YCCS, a proud partner of your Yakima Valley Pippins.
Carrying top-notch supplies for more than 70 years in the Yakima Valley. Your hometown Ace Hardware stores in Yakima and Natchez provide attentive customer service and the best brands for all your home improvement project needs. Roy's Ace Hardware in downtown Yakima, Hometown Ace Hardware in Tieton Village in Yakima, and Oak Creek Hardware in Natchez also has fishing, hunting, landscaping, and cleaning equipment. Ace Hardware, hardware supplies and competitive prices.
Dickey's Barbecue in Rainier Square in Yakima offers the best house smoked meats and classic sides to satisfy your barbecue cravings this summer and year-round. Located at 2706 West Nob Hill Boulevard, Dickey's also offers take-home and catering service for all your event needs. Your group can also enjoy Dickey's Barbecue at Pippins home games on the picnic deck. Call 388-0637 and place your Dickey's order today.
Baseball, apple pie, and, oh, that's right, hot dogs. One of the staples of a visit to a baseball game. And no trip to the Orchard is complete without sinking your teeth into a delicious Nathan's hot dog. So next time you're at the Orchard, make sure your first stop is at the concession stand and ask for the hot dog Pippins fans young and old crave to maximize their game day experience. Nathan's famous hot dogs, served at concession stands throughout the Orchard.
Tailgaters Bar and Grill in Sela offers an upscale dining experience in a relaxed atmosphere in downtown Sela. With savory entrees and specialty drinks, Tailgaters provides something for customers of all ages. Cheer on your favorite team in the restaurant while experiencing 1950s charm with a modern twist. Visit Tailgaters Bar and Grill today, located at 110 East 3rd Avenue at Viking Village in Sela. Tailgaters Bar and Grill.
A.J. Wood to the mound as we get things going here in the top of the first inning between the Pippins and the Bend Elks in Game 2 of a 3-game series here at the Orchard. Hi, everybody. My name is Miles Klotz. Pleased to have you alongside for all 9 innings of tonight's Game 2 against the Bend Elks. Austin and Zach running the controls on the video side of things today. A big shout-out to them for the work that they do. Again, we are available on pippinsbaseball.com/live, both on the air at Mixlr for our audio broadcast, and then also available video streaming on that same page as well, and also on the Pippins YouTube channel, Pippins Baseball on YouTube. A.J. Wood making his third start of the season. His first came in Ridgefield about a month and a half ago. His second about 2 weeks ago against Bellingham on the 4th of July. Today it's the 17th of July, and Wood makes his third spot start of the season. He's thrown 22 innings, struck out 19, walked 10, and opponents hitting .250 off of the tall righty from Sacramento, California. 1-1 on the season with a 2.86 ERA. And he faces the top of the Bend order here in the top of the first. Nico Bergarello, then Justin Parsons, to be followed by Brad Morgan. Right versus left to get things underway as Wood comes set and delivers. And there's a fastball down low for a ball. And that's how we get things going right on schedule. 6:35 p.m. first pitch. A.J. Wood misses with the fastball down low. Game time and temperature, it's 78 degrees, partly cloudy skies here in Yakima. Wood set, now the 1-0. And there's a soft ground ball hit to the right side and just off the front netting of the Bend dugout on the first base side. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike on Bergarello, who had one of the 3 Bend hits yesterday. 198 hitter on the season, no homers and 3 RBIs. A.J. with the 1-1. There's a fastball in at the letters for strike 2, 1-2. Overall numbers are not great for Bergarello, but he's been hitting it well as of late. 9 for his last 25 at the plate. That's a .360 batting average over the last 7 games he's played. And the 1-2 pitch. A backdoor slider that misses up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Infield, outfield, straight away. Everybody at normal depth except for Nick Decarlo at second, who, just like yesterday, playing deep on the outfield grass to a left-hand batter. Wood sets with his left foot ahead of his right, the pitch. There's a high chopper, first base out of the infield. Leaping grab by Welch at first. He throws to Wood, covering the bag in time for the out. An incredibly high chop. And the 6-foot-tall Welch had to leap into the air to snag that, and still was able to make an on-target and in-time throw. And now 1 away for Justin Parsons, the left-hand hitting center fielder for Bend. Scoreless ball game here in the top of the first. Parsons, after an 0-for-2 day yesterday, hitting .250 on the year. First pitch, right on left, a fastball below the knees for a ball, 1-0. He's chipped in 3 homers and 17 RBIs. 6 feet, 1 inch tall, 180 pounds. Decarlo deep at second, the pitch. A fastball down and in, 2-0. A lot of lefties in the Bend lineup for the second straight night. First 4 batters will all hit left-handed against Wood, when you include Needham, the switch hitter, in the cleanup spot. Here's the kick in the 2-0. And there's a backdoor slider that misses up. Man, it's 3 balls and no strikes. Well, Justin Parsons. Wood has had his up and down moments with strike throwing this year. 10 walks in 22 innings. Now the 3-0. A fastball that misses just below the knees, and that's his 11th walk of the year, and a 1-out free pass issued to Parsons here in the first. Now with 1 on, 1 out in a scoreless ball game in the first, Brad Morgan steps in. 3rd consecutive lefty batter against Wood, the 6'3", 228-pound righty out of Sacramento, California. Israel even with the bag at 3rd. Welch holds the runner at first. Middle infield at double play depth, and a toss and a turn to first, but nothing doing. It's Aiden Welch at first for the Pippins. Nick Decarlo at second. Tanner Parker, the shortstop. Nick Israel at third base, and James Bell doing the catching back behind the plate. The battery mate of A.J. Wood. Here's the first pitch. Morgan slices it right back to the top of the screen. Pretty much directly back, and it's 0-1. Left to right in the outfield, you've got Kyle Dean, Luke Schwartz, and then Brian Rice gets the start in right field. Long look at first where Parsons has a 2-stride lead. AJ sets upright position. The second game he's been exhibiting this new upright set, and then he throws one away towards first. That allows Parsons to take second as it gets into the bullpen down the first base line, and the Pippins continue to struggle with pickoff throws. They have had a lot of errors on pickoff throws this year. And now a runner in scoring position. Just one out here for Bend in the first inning. And it's a 0-1 count on Brad Morgan. Wood delivers the 0-1. And a fastball up high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Go ahead run at second. Justin Parsons with 1 out in a scoreless game here in the first. Morgan was held without a hit yesterday, 0 for 4. Here's the 1-1. He swings and misses at a high fastball, and it's 1-2. Not only that, but it snapped a 12-game on-base streak for Morgan. He's hitting .233 on the season, reaching base at a .353 clip, though. Has 1 homer and has driven in 8 on the season. Bright red batting gloves, wags the bat above his left shoulder. The 2-strike pitch, a slider up and away, 2-2. Parsons at second after a walk and a fielding error on a pickoff throw. 1 out, top of the first, no score. Wood turns and looks to second. Parker covering the bag at short. Here's the 2-2. That's way outside with an off-speed pitch. And Bell has to shimmy to his left to keep that from rolling to the backstop. And we've got a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here to Brad Morgan, who's drawn 11 walks this year. Wood ready, shoulder high. Turns and tosses to second, and oh man, Parker nearly had him, but it bounced off of the side of Parsons, the runner, off of his hip, and very close to a successful pickoff at second, but to no avail. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch. Hit right back to the backstop and then skips back into the field of play. 3-2 on Brad Morgan, left-handed hitter out of New Mexico State, with Parsons at second, 1 out, no score here in the top of the first inning. On a sunny night in Yakima, Pippins in their alternate green uniforms today. Green Pippins across the chest with the white numbers on the back, white pants, and the dark green caps. Another 3-2 pitch from AJ. That's hit softly in the air on the infield. Wood calling off the second baseman, Decarlo. He makes the over-the-shoulder grab about 10 steps back of the dirt on the pitcher's mound, and there's 2 outs. Now with 2 down, it'll bring up switch-hitting third baseman Zach Needham, who'll bat left-handed here with the go-ahead runner at second. And Justin Parsons, and 2 outs in a scoreless game here in the first. Right versus left. Needham, slightly open stance left side, no batting gloves. Here's the pitch. That's hit hard down the first base line. It is a foul ball. And Needham smacked one the pull side, but dove foul just before it reached first base. Lucas Colucci is the home plate umpire. Dylan Parker at second. Bend is in their alternate cream-colored uniforms almost. Black Bend Elks across the chest with a slight white trim and a black numbers on the back with a white trim as well. Traveling gray pants with a black stripe down the side and black caps with a cream-colored brim for the Elks. 0-1 the count. Turn and a look to second, and Parsons dances back into the bag. 2 outs here in the top of the first in a scoreless ball game. Zach Needham, who was 0 for 4 yesterday, hitting .286 on the year, a couple of homers and 10 driven in. AJ works off the third base side of the rubber, left foot ahead of his right. Out of the stretch, here's the 0-1 pitch. Needham with a soft ground ball, right side of the infield, but it's off his foot, so it's a foul ball. And it's no balls and 2 strikes on Needham. Native of Puyallup, who will be a senior at Lewis and Clark State College, the NAIA powerhouse in Lewiston, Idaho this fall. No balls and 2 strikes. Parsons at second after a walk and an error with 2 down. Scoreless game here, top first. Wood hunches over, peering in. Now the set in the 0-2. The pitch. Check swing and a breaking ball in the dirt. Appeal? No appeal yet. And the appeal down to second. Dylan Parker says he held up, and it's a ball and 2 strikes on Needham, who struck out once yesterday. Combined 6 hits between the two teams in yesterday's series opener. 3 for the Pippins, 3 for Bend. Here's the 1-2. Wood turns and fires. High pop-up, shallow center. Shortstop Parker ranges back, has room, calls off Schwartz in center, reaches up and makes the catch. Parallel to the second base bag in short center field, and the inning is over. Elks strand a 1-out walk. We go to the bottom of the first. No score here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Get free fitness training and tons of cardio and strength equipment, plus a totally friendly staff for just $10 a month with absolutely no judgment. We want you to be you for just $10 a month. Come in for a free tour or join online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness. Annual membership fee applies. Participating locations only. See club for details.
No score after a half inning here in Yakima, and right-hander Alex Giroux to the mound to make his second start of the summer for the Elks. 6'1" right-hander out of Tualatin, Oregon, 185 pounds. One start on the year. It came on Friday against Victoria in Bend. Took the loss, giving up 5 earned runs, 6 runs total on 7 hits, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts over 5 1/3 innings of work. Righty, who will be a freshman on Montlake in the fall at the University of Washington, scribbles something into the dirt, and now steps atop the mound to face Nick Decarlo, right-handed hitter, to start things off for the Pippins. Set and the first pitch. And Decarlo takes a fastball in tight for ball 1. Here's the kick in the 1-0. And there's a hard line drive down the third base line, but it curls foul, and it's 1-1 on Decarlo, Pippin's second baseman, who's batting .226 on the year. No homers, no extra base hits, in fact. But he's got 5 RBIs on the season, including the only one of the game yesterday, in which the Pippins won 1-0. 1-1, a breaking ball that comes too far inside. Decarlo lets it hit him on the back. So it's a hit by pitch on a slow curve. At least that's what it appeared to be. And Decarlo down to first with a hit by pitch. Now Nick Israel will bat. Switch hitter hits left-handed. Scoreless ball game, bottom of the first. Decarlo at first, no outs. Giroux out of the stretch for the first time. Runner takes off. That pitch is blasted to deep right field. Jarvis back. It's over his head. It bounces off the base of the wall. Decarlo around third. He'll score easily. Nick Israel scampers into second with an RBI double, and the Pippins take a 1-0 lead. Nick Israel continues his hot hitting at the plate. Drives in his 5th run of the season, his 3rd extra base hit. And without an out being recorded, the Pippins are on the board here, 1-0. Still a runner in scoring position. And nobody out for Kyle Dean, right-handed hitter, playing left field today for the Pippins. 1-0 Yakima Valley, bottom of the first. Alex Giroux, the right-hander. Works off of the middle of the rubber, turns and gives Israel a glance at second, now delivers. And a slider misses down and away for ball 1. Slight pull shift to the left here on Dean, with the second baseman Bergarello only a few steps to the right of second, and a big hole on the right side. Israel a large lead off of second. Now he dances closer to the bag, and the 1-0. Another slider that misses in the dirt, and De Niro, the catcher, lost it for a second. Not enough to move Israel up a base. It's 2-0. Nick at second after an RBI double to give the Pippins a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. Still nobody out. Giroux at the ready. Long glance towards the speedy Israel at second. Now the 2-0 pitch. And a fastball hit in the air down the right field line, but well fouled, 2-1. We'll have to double check, but I believe this is the first time this season in which the Pippins score a run before recording an out in the first inning of a ball game. We'll have to double check on that, but off the top of my head, I think this is the first time that's happened this year. Turn and a look to second, but no throw from Giroux. Giroux, Alex Giroux. Out of Tualatin, Oregon, recently graduated from Lake Oswego High School, and he'll make the trip up North I-5 to Seattle, where he'll be a freshman at UW in the fall. 1 on, nobody out. 1-0 lead for the Pippins. Here's the 2-1. It's a slider inside, rolls away from De Niro, well to his left. He had no idea where it was, and even if he did, he might not have had a chance to throw out Israel at third. So now Nick 90 feet away from making this a 2-0 ball game with nobody out. Corners will play in here for the Elks. Dayton Provost at first. Zach Needham, the third baseman, backs up a step, so not him, but Provost will. 3-1 to Kyle Dean. The pitch cut on and missed at a fastball lower part of the zone. It's 3-2. 1-0 Pippins. Inning started with a Nick Decarlo hit by pitch. And then Nick Israel smashed a double to right field to bring Nick home and make it a 1-0 game. Out of the stretch, the payoff pitch from Giroux. Fastball in the dirt, rolls away from De Niro. That'll allow Israel to score easily, and it's 2-0 Pippins here in the bottom of the first. So a walk and a wild pitch, and it's 2-0 just like that. Still no outs here in the first. And this will prompt a mound visit from Elks pitching coach Doug Davis. And with that, let's get a look at our out-of-town scoreboard. 10 West Coast League teams in action tonight. Bottom of the first in Port Angeles, the lefties leading Cowlitz 1-0. Wenatchee and Kelowna just underway north of the border. 0-0 the score in Kelowna. And Walla Walla 1, Victoria 0 in the bottom of the first in Walla Walla. Bellingham and Portland will get underway in about 10 minutes' time. 2-0 Pippins leading here in the bottom of the first. Still no outs have been recorded, and now home plate umpire Lucas Colucci goes out to manage this mound visit a little bit. Already the Elks getting a right-hander loose in the bullpen. That's Joe Williams warming in the bullpen for Bend. Clearly they would like to not have to turn to the bullpen in the first inning. But Giroux struggling quite a bit here. Right-hander who's allowed a hit by pitch, a double, and a walk in the first 3 batters he's faced. Now here's left-hand swinging Tanner Parker. He's had a tough go of things at the plate as of late. Could be a good opportunity to get back into the swing of things, but swings and misses at a first pitch changeup. The count's 0-1. Quick look to first. Slight lead for Dean. Needham in on the grass at third. The 0-1 pitch. Parker takes a changeup just away, 1-1. 1 on, no outs. 2-0 Pippins, bottom of the first inning. Parker hitting .270 on the year, a couple of homers and 17 driven in. 0 for 4 last night. Dropped his month of July batting average to 176. Now he takes the 1-1 below the knees, a hard fastball for ball 2. Tanner, not even 2 weeks ago, was looking like a lock for the All-Star game, but a prolonged downturn here has led to Marcus McKimmey dropping him a little bit in the lineup to see if maybe that'll get him out of this mini funk, the pitch. That's down and in with a fastball. 3-1 as Parker shifted his body out of the way of that pitch. Tanner had pretty much been a fixture either as the leadoff hitter or in the 2-hole the majority of the season. This his first time hitting cleanup after hitting 5th for the first time all year yesterday. 1 on, no outs. 2-0 Pippins, bottom first. Giroux trying to avoid his 3rd free base. Dean takes off the pitch. Hit in the air, deep to right field, but that one's hanging for Jarvis, who runs out of room as that lands down the right field line in the bullpen. And now the second time today the Pippins have showed a hit and run, but this time Parker couldn't get it fair, so it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. And after the ball retrieved in foul territory, the at-bat will continue. Dean at first, no outs, bottom of the first, 2-0 Yakima Valley on top. Quick look to first, here's the 3-2. Dean takes off again, and the pitch misses down low with an off speed. Tanner Parker draws a walk, and there's now 2 on. Nobody out. Still here in the bottom of the first. And it's Aiden Welch's turn, the right-hand batter. And the Pippins' first baseman hits. First 4 men have reached against right-hander Alex Giroux. Couple have scored. It's 2-0 Pippins, bottom first. Welch held hitless yesterday. Turn and a look to second from Alex Giroux. Now the pitch. Slider on the inside corner for a called first strike. Aiden on the season hitting .340. Just 1 extra base hit, a double, and he's knocked in 5 on the year. Turn to second, here's the 1-0, or the 0-1, excuse me. There's a slider hit softly off to the left foul where Pippins reliever Bo Henderson slides over to make the catch in the dirt just beyond the dugout fence. Dean at second, Parker at first, both walked. 2-0 ball game, bottom of the first inning, Pippins ahead. After just 1 total run was scored between the 2 teams yesterday. Already eclipsed that here, not even a full inning in. Giroux still looking for his first out. The kick in the 0-2. Welch takes a fastball that tailed too far outside. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Aiden Welch. Seattle native, 6 feet tall. Made a pretty nice defensive play at first in the first inning, which is not his natural position, but he's been forced to play a lot of it this year. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, tapped foul, right side out of play. Stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 on, no outs. 2-0 Pippins, bottom of the first inning. From Giroux, who as a junior in high school was a finalist for the Oregon State Gatorade Player of the Year. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball down and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander who recently graduated from Lake Oswego High School in the Portland area. Two on, no outs. 2-0 Pippins, bottom of the first. Giroux sets again, letter high. Quick look at Dean. Both runners take off. 2-strike pitch. Fastball up high, ball 3. No throw from De Niro. And I think they're going to send the runners back. Yeah, they're sending both runners back. For what reason, I'm not totally sure. Let's see what Lucas Colucci has to say as he's chatting with Marcus McKimmey. Neither Parker nor Dean have left their respective bases. Not sure what Colucci's rationale is for the runners being sent back. It looked like an attempted hit and run, but the pitch was way high. And are they still going to be forced to go back? Yes, they are. I have no idea what the ruling was here. I guess the pitch is not going to count either, evidently. So let's see if Lucas Colucci flashes 2 balls, 2 strikes, or 3 balls, 2 strikes. Called the whole pitch off. No, he didn't. So it counted as a ball, but the runners were not allowed to steal. Interesting. 2 on, no outs. Here's the 3-2 to Welch. Alex Giroux delivers. That misses inside. The bases are loaded. Ball 4. So ultimately doesn't make a huge difference. But both Parker and Dean no longer gifted the benefit of stolen bases in their stat lines. Now the base is loaded for Tyler Dean. 3 straight walks have juiced them up here for Dean. Bottom of the first, 2-0 Pippins. Corners a shade in for Bend. Here's the pitch. Fastball down and outside for ball 1. Tyler Dean, 1 for his first 9 on the season. 1 RBI on the year. Needham in at third. Provost in at first. Middle infield looking to turn 2. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a changeup, 1-1. I would think, given the situation, that the Elks would gladly trade a run for 2 outs. 2-0 ball game, bottom of the first. No outs have been recorded. Pippins leading 2-0. 6th man to the plate this inning. The 1-1. Fastball hit on the ground to first base. Provost fields, comes home with it, and De Niro unable to keep his back foot on the bag. A throwing error, and Dean scores, and the bases remain loaded. It's now 3-0 Pippins. Provost had plenty of time, but his throw pulled the catcher De Niro off the bag. And the Pippins catch a break in what's been a disastrous first inning for Bend. 3-0, the bases remain loaded. And James Bell hits with no outs in the bottom of the first inning. Parker at third, Welch at second, Dean at first. Right versus right. Giroux pitches. And Bell hits it in the air, high down the right field line. Nowhere close to being in fair territory, 0-1. Still don't have an official ruling on whether that was charged an error on Provost at first, or De Niro, the catcher, would figure Provost since it was his errant throw. And it is indeed an E3. So that run unearned to Giroux, though he still hasn't gotten it out tonight. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball right down the middle, strike 2 called. Bases loaded, no outs. Pippins leading 3-0 bottom of the first inning. Against Bend, the team that they have not lost to since 2017. All-time against the Elks, 17-8. 2-strike pitch. Bell takes a slider in the dirt, 1-2. James Bell on the season, a .240 batter. 1 double, 1 RBI. Righty sets. Out of the stretch, delivers the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball at the knees, called strike 3, and the first out finally recorded by Alex Giroux as he gets James Bell looking on a backdoor breaking ball. Now 1 out, the base is still loaded for Luke Schwartz. Pippins leading it 3-0. Righty faces righty here, with the infield playing a shade in, but nobody close to the grass. Pitch to Schwartz. A fastball down and out for a ball, 1-0. Parker at third, Welch at second, Tyler Dean at first. Giroux's 1-0. There's a slider that hits the inside corner for a strike, 1-1. 32 pitches for Giroux so far. 17 balls, 15 strikes. Big part of the reason it's a 3-0 ball game, the bases are loaded and there's still just 1 out. Here in the bottom of the first, 1-1. There's a slider that misses below the knees and it's 2-1. Joe Williams still tossing down in the Bend bullpen. A couple of other relievers are now jogging down to the pen, but nobody else yet throwing. 2-1. Schwartz with a soft pop-up on the infield. Second baseman Bergarello comes in and makes the catch on the infield grass, 2 down. Schwartz took a hack at a ball there, and Giroux catches a break. Now the bases stay loaded, 2 down for Brian Rice. 3-0 Pippins lead, bottom of the first. Here's the set and the first pitch from Giroux. Rice takes an off-speed pitch high and away, ball 1. Rice has not played a whole lot with the Pippins in his first couple of weeks, just 1 for 6 at the plate. No homers, no RBIs for the left-handed swinger. Giroux with the leg kick in the 1-0. And there's a ground ball hit right side of the infield. Bergarello takes the shoulder-high hop. Second baseman throws on to first and retires the side. Pippins strand the bases loaded, but are able to send all 9 men to the plate and bring home 3 after an inning here at the Orchard. It's 3-0 Pips on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome, and se habla español. This is how we care.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, Because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Former Pippin, Dayton Provost leads it off here for Bend in the top of the second. 3-0 Yakima Valley on top of the Elks. Here's the first pitch from A.J. Wood. A fastball in the dirt for ball one. Left-hand batter, right-hand pitcher. A.J. set now the 1-0 offering. There's a drive to center, not very deep, and straight in the air for Schwartz, who camps under it, reaches up, and makes the hat-high grab. 1 out. Provost retired on just 2 pitches. Here's Jake Jarvis. Left-handed hitting right fielder out of Grand Canyon University. 3-0 Pippins on top of the second. 1 out, bases empty. Infield, outfield straight away. Middle infielders deep here, as they have been all series against left-handed batters, with Decarlo at second, a step onto the outfield grass. First pitch. Half hack at a fastball below the zone, but he clearly broke the plane. Home plate umpire Lucas Colucci makes the call himself. 0-1 the count on Jarvis, who enters hitting 196, couple of homers, 12 RBIs. Held hitless yesterday. 0-1, that ball's driven high in the air, deep to right field. Rice back to his left, at the wall, he runs out of room. Is it a fair ball? It is. Home run, Jake Jarvis, his 3rd of the year, and the Elks are on the board. It's 3-1 here in the top of the second. A ball that was a hair wind aided here on a windy night at the Orchard. Jake Jarvis with a round tripper, the first of the series here for either team. And Bend cuts into the deficit slightly. It's 3-1. Now Dante De Niro, Jarvis's roommate at Grand Canyon University, digs in. Bases empty, 1 away. Now a 3-1 ball game. First pitch, right on right, way behind a fastball. De Niro swings and misses to push the count to 0-1. Wood set at the belt, the pitch. That's outside with a fastball, 1-1. I should say set at the shoulders, not at the belt. Pippins infield playing deep again. Outfield straight away. The 1-1 pitch. That ball's hit in the air, out of play, curling foul, right side, 1-2. Pippins have not hit a home run, home or away, since June 20th. Tomorrow will mark 4 weeks to the day since their last home run. 1-2. Breaking ball, hit foul, out of play, right side, stays 1-2. 5 home runs, by far the fewest in the West Coast League. And admittedly, this is a difficult place to hit home runs, no doubt about it. Still, 5 home runs in 35 games. Here's the 1-2. De Niro drives this out to left, but right at Dean, who ambles on a few steps, reaches out and makes a waist-high grab, as he had to run in a little bit more than initially anticipated to put away De Niro, 2 outs. Now Chase Fernland will hit. Base is empty, 2 down, 3-1. Bend trailing here in the top of the second. Fernland hits from the right side, was 0 for 3 yesterday. Has reached safely in 15 of his last 17 games. It was 15 of 16 before the series opener yesterday. First pitch. Wood hits the dirt with a fastball. It's 1-0. A.J. Wood, it's fair to say, is a fly ball pitcher. And he has surrendered after that long ball. Just 2 homers on the season, but a lot of flyouts. The 1-0. There's a swing and a miss at a high fastball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Base is clear, 2 down. 3-1, Yakima Valley on top. Here in the visitors' half of the second inning. Now the pitch. Curveball inside. And it's 2-1 from Fernland. Or to Fernland. Yeah, AJ doesn't work that curveball in all too often. Now the 2-1. That's way outside with the fastball. 3-1 the count. Pippins should have a relatively full bullpen tonight after only needing to use Mark Wanarovich yesterday. Nick Brown back from suspension. He is eligible to pitch, and I would anticipate that he does pitch tonight. 3-1. Wood fires. Hit in the air, right field. Rice back to his left. Runs out of room, but that one lands foul. Not too dissimilar of a ball to the one that Jake Jarvis hit out of here to tell you how the wind is tonight out towards right. Now the count is full, 2 outs, base is empty here in the top of the second, a 3-1 lead for the Pippins. Yakima Valley sent all 9 men to the plate in the bottom of the first, so top of the order will lead it off in the second as well. Fernland out of Utah. Here's a 3-2. Fastball down low for ball 4, and Fernland draws a 2-out walk, second of the game allowed by Wood. Now Vinny Zavolta will dig in. Left-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher. 2 outs and a man at first in a 3-1 ball game here in the top of the second. Both teams with just 1 hit so far. Wood delivers. There's a fastball in for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1 on Zavolta. Three to 1, Pippins on top. In the second inning. Runner takes off, here's the pitch, taken up high. Bell throws down a second, throws nowhere close, and then ends up rolling into center field, so Fernland will take off and head to third. And a throwing error gets him into third base safely. And now, we're just a base hit away from being in a 1-run game. Fernland swipes his 8th bag of the year. He is 8 for 8 on the season. Pitch was called a ball, so it's 1-1 on Zavolta. The pitch. That's smacked into center field. Base hit. And an RBI as Fernland trots in from third, and it's 3-2. The Pippins still holding on to the lead, but now down to just 1 run. Nico Bergarello back to bat, top of the order, after Zavolta brings home his 8th run of the year with the RBI single. The error from catcher James Bell that allowed Fernland to get to third in the first place. Here's the pitch to Bergarello. First a toss over to first, nothing doing. So it's an unearned run on Wood. Three to 2, Pippins leading here in the second inning. The first pitch. High chopper up the middle, shortstop Parker to his left. Fields throws from behind the second base bag, onto first, the stretch in time, as Welch able to keep his foot on the bag, and the inning draws to a close. But the Elks get 2 runs on 2 hits and an error, and they leave 1 stranded. We go to the bottom of the second. Pippins leading at 3-2 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Call this home. That's where I belong. That's where I belong. Call this home. That's where I belong. That's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
That's where I belong.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce two of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Nick Decarlo to lead it off, top of the order for the Pippins in the bottom of the second. Yakima Valley ahead 3-2. Right on right, the first pitch from Alex Giroux. A curveball in for a strike at the knees, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 from Giroux. Fastball just below the knees, and it's 1-1. Pippins brought 3 runners in to score in the first, Decarlo being one of them. First 5 men at the bottom of the first reached, and then the next 4 did not. At least did not reach safely. 1-1, curveball high and tight. 2 balls and a strike on Nick, who was hit by a pitch and then later scored. But the Elks able to grab a couple in the top of the second off of A.J. Wood. So it's a 1-run game here in the bottom of the second, 3-2. Nobody on, nobody out. Giroux started to go into a set and then stepped off. Here's the 2-1. That ball's hit into center field. Center fielder Parsons over to his left, but he lets that one drop in the gap. And Decarlo with a leadoff single here to start the second.
Now batting for your Yakima Valley Pippins, third baseman, Nick Israel.
Nick Israel to the dish. He ripped an RBI double back in the first inning. Gave the Pippins their initial 1-0 lead. Now a toss over to first. Decarlo back in safely. 3-2 the score. Pippins on top in the bottom of the second. Here with 1 on, no outs. And Joe Williams back in the bullpen, right-hander for the Elks. Decarlo takes off for second. Bunt pulled back. Throw down a second in time. He got him. And Dante De Niro guns out. Decarlo trying to steal. Nick is caught for the first time this summer, and there's 1 out here in the second. And the Pippins leading by just a precious 1 run. Erase the leadoff base runner themselves. Now 1-0 on Israel, switch hitter batting left-handed. Giroux kicks and deals, and a late decision to swing and a tapper foul third base side, where manager Marcus McKimmey picks it up himself. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on in a 1-run ball game. 3-2 Pippins, bottom of the second inning. Infield, outfield straight away, 1-1. Breaking ball misses in the dirt, 2-1. Kyle Dean's up next. The pitch. Fastball down low, 3 balls and a strike. Here's a 3-1. Fastball, down low again, and it's ball 4. And Israel draws a walk, the 4th issued on the day by Giroux. And there's 1 on, 1 out for Kyle Dean, the right-hand batter.
For the Pippins, left fielder, Kyle Dean.
3-2, Yakima Valley on top. One on, 1 out. Dean walked in his first at-bat. Here's the first pitch, right on right. Israel takes off. There's a slider down and away. De Niro had no throw on a pitch that was well outside, and Nick Israel picks up the stolen base, his second of the year. A runner in scoring position, just one out. After that walk to Israel, on both sides, we've had a combined 6 walks to just 1 strikeout. Turning a look to second. Here's the 1-0. Slider down and outside, 2-0. And the biggest problem with Giroux today is that he is just not getting anybody to chase his breaking balls. And he has not thrown them for strikes in the zone, which has allowed the Pippins to sit on the fastball. Israel at second, 1 out. 3-2 Pippins leading bottom of the second inning. Here's the 2-0 to Dean. Deep bend to the knees from the right side. A turn and a look to second, but Israel scampers back into the bag without a throw. Second inning brought to you by Pingree Ford, your trusted Ford dealership in Sela with an extensive new and pre-owned inventory. Visit Pingree Ford at 102 West Natchez Avenue in Sela when you're looking for your next vehicle. Shoulder high set from Giroux. Black glove lowers it a hair. Looks to second. Now the 2-0. Fastball in the upper outside corner called a strike. 2-1 on Kyle Dean. In the top of the third in Cowlitz on our out-of-town scoreboard, or in Port Angeles, excuse me. 3-0, the lefties lead Cowlitz. Kelowna 2, Wenatchee nothing, top of the third. Walla Walla 2, Victoria nothing, top of the third. And Bellingham trying to snap out of a 5-game losing skid. They lead Portland 1-0 in the second. There's a backdoor breaking ball in for, or a front door breaking ball in for a strike. 2-2. Three to 2 Pippins leading here in the bottom of the second inning. Israel waits at second. Would be an important run if he could come across. Dean has walked today in his only trip. 2-2. Breaking ball driven in the air, deep to left field. Zavolta back, and he has room in deep left field on a ball that got held up by the wind. And he kind of took a strange trajectory to that ball, running with his back to it the whole time. But either way, he's able to retire Dean, who really put a charge into one. And now there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Israel at second in a 1-run game. 3-2 Yakima Valley on top. Infield shifts a tad to the right with Berglund, the shortstop, keeping Israel honest. There's a pitch outside. Realized I forgot to give the defense for Bend, so it's Chase Fernland at shortstop, Zach Needham, the third baseman, Nico Bergarello at second, Dayton Provost at first, Dante De Niro catching. Left to right in the outfield, you've got Vinny Zavolta, Justin Parsons, and Jake Jarvis. Parker walked in his first at-bat. Here's the 1-0. That's down and in with a fastball. 2 balls and no strikes. Tanner hits left-handed with the green high socks pulled up over the bottom of his white pants. Israel with a slight lead off second. 2 down. Pippins ahead by a run. 3-2. Here's the 2-0. Parker pops it up on the infield. Should be playable for Needham at third. He's in foul ground. Now heads back over into fair territory. Reaches out and grabs it waist high just near the pitcher's mound. And Parker pops out to end the inning. Pippins strand 1 on a 1-out walk. They also collect 1 hit and don't score. After 2, it's 3-2 Pippins leading on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce two of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
First pitch of the top of the third to Justin Parsons, misses outside. Now the 1-0 on the way from A.J. Wood. In a 3-2 ball game, Pippins leading is popped up. Third base side, foul territory. Israel inches towards the line, has room on the dirt and foul ground. He puts it away for the first out. And Wood with a big out here to start the first. Now it'll bring up Brad Morgan.
Now batting, number 27, Brad Morgan.
Pippins got a couple on in the bottom of the second, but couldn't bring anybody across to score. Now Morgan hits, left-handed swingers 0 for 1 today with a pop out on the infield. Infield, outfield, straight away, normal depth. Base is clear, 1 out in a 1-run game, the pitch. Fastball way outside for ball 1. One and 0 on Morgan, native of Snohomish, Washington. Bright red batting gloves, the 1-0 bends him high and in. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 years at New Mexico State, he's got a combined 7 at-bats after a redshirt year, and then played in just 7 games this year as a junior. Originally started his career at Central Arizona College. The pitch. Fastball down and out, 3 balls and no strikes. A.J. Wood walks a batter, has walked a batter in each of the first 2 innings of this game, and does not have a strikeout. Nobody on, 1 out. Pippins ahead by a run, 3-2, top third. Pitch. Fastball in the outside corner, called a strike, 3-1. A.J. Wood ready. Shoulder high, he sets. Kicks and deals. Smacked back foul to the backstop, and Wood has battled back to fill the count at 3-2 after falling behind. To Morgan. Zach Needham on deck. Both bullpens quiet, although the Elks have had right-hander Joe Williams warming in each of the first 2 bottom halves of innings. Payoff pitch. Line shot, shallow center. Could be a tough play for Parker, the shortstop. He goes out and it lands in front of 3 different fielders in shallow center field. Schwartz, Decarlo, and Parker. And a bloop single with 1 out for Brad Morgan.
Stepping in for the Elks, third baseman, Zach Needham.
Now 1-on-1 out for Zach Needham, one of the better pure hitters in this Bend lineup. Switch hitter bats left-handed, 0 for 1 today. Doesn't have a hit in this series so far. A.J. ready, shoulder high, now delivers the first offering. There's a ball hit high in the air, not very deep to shallow right. Decarlo from second, back out onto short right field. And he reaches up and makes the hat-high grab for the second out. And Needham is retired on just 1 pitch to bring up Dayton Provost.
Now batting first baseman, Dayton Provost.
Another left-handed hitter here in the lineup for the Elks. With 2 outs and a man on first. And the Pippins leading it by a score of 3-2. Here's the first pitch. Hit foul off to the left. Although Provost is incorrectly listed on the Elks roster as a right-handed hitter. He's a former Pippin, played for the Pips in 2015, prior to his freshman year at UCLA. 4 years later, he never played a game at UCLA. And he's on his third different school. Toss over to first. Morgan dives back in under the tag. Left-hander Anthony Alvarado starts to warm in the Pippins bullpen. 3-2 the score. Pippins leading in the third. 1 on, 2 outs. A.J. Wood with the 0-1. And there's a high fly ball, left field, foul out of play. Lands near the top of the seats, and it's 0-2. The 0-2. Runner takes off. The pitch is down for a ball, and Bell tried to hold it to get the strike 3 call and did not get it. So he didn't even throw, and Morgan reaches second on a stolen base. One and 2 the count. 2 outs and a man at second. Pippins leading by a run. There's a ground ball hit to first. Welch goes down to his knees to grab it and takes it to the bag himself to retire the side. Elks strand a 1-out single after 2.5. It's a 3-2 ball game. Pippins leading here at the Orchard on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Being pregnant can make normal routines complicated. Lincoln Avenue Medical Dental Center is uniquely suited to help make life a little bit easier for all moms. Our care teams will help you with appointments, dental visits, nutrition counseling, and more. Our registered nurses can help follow up with you and your baby at home. Parenthood can sometimes make your life a little more complicated. We are here to help. Visit our Mother's Lounge at every Yakima Valley Pippins home game. We're located next to the box office.
First pitch here at the bottom of the third to Aiden Welch. A fastball on the outside corner for a called strike 1. 3-2 Pippins on top as we head to the home half of the third at the Orchard. In a 3-2 ball game, Pippins leading. Kick and the pitch. And a curveball bends inside, 1-1. Alex Giroux back out for his third inning of work. It looked like he might not even make it out of the first initially when he allowed the first 5 men to reach on 3 walks and a double. The 1-1. Soft ground ball hit to shortstop where Fernlund takes it in, gobbles and throws on to first for the out. And it's a quick first out of Aiden Welch to bring up Tyler Dean here in the third.
Tyler Dean.
Left-handed batter hits here with 1 away. The base is empty in a 1-run game, 3-2. Pippins on top in the bottom of the third. Here's the first offering to Dean. Swing and a miss at a low changeup, 0-1. Tyler, who reached on an error in his first at-bat. Younger brother of Kyle Dean, the 0-1. That's up high, 1-1. They are a spitting image of each other. They look really, really similar. the 1-1. That's fouled off to the left. Now, I don't look anything like my brother, so I always find it kind of funny when you've got two brothers of different ages that look exactly the same. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Base is empty, 1 out. Pippins ahead 3-2. Here's the pitch. Change up, down and outside, 2-2. The younger Dean was at Salt Lake Community College in Utah this past year. He hit really well. On base plus slugging of over 950. 43 RBIs for Dean. 2-2, a really good backdoor breaking ball, but he couldn't get a chase, and it misses down low to fill the count. And now Dean will head to Austin, Texas to play at Division II St. Edward's University in the fall. 3-2 pitch, down low, ball 4, and he draws a walk with 1 out.
Now batting, catcher James Bell.
5th walk issued by Giroux. And it will bring James Bell to the plate here with 1 away, 1 on. Pippins leading at 3-2, bottom of the 3rd inning. Right versus right. James, the only strikeout victim today for either side after fanning in the first. First pitch, a breaking ball. Looked more like a curve there that came inside and low. 1 ball, no strikes on James Bell. Bright red batting gloves and a black bat that he holds above his right shoulder. And the 1-0 hit hard on the ground. Shortstop Fields, nice play by Fernland. Tossed to second for 1 on to first for a well-turned 6-4-3 double play. And the Elks get out of the inning with no damage done. After 3 here at the Orchard, it's a 3-2 Pippins lead on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy. But he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions. Or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Tailgaters Bar and Grill in Sela offers an upscale dining experience in a relaxed atmosphere in downtown Sela. With savory entrees and specialty drinks, Tailgaters provides something for customers of all ages. Cheer on your favorite team in the restaurant while experiencing 1950s charm with a modern twist. Visit Tailgaters Bar and Grill today, located at 110 East 3rd Avenue at Viking Village in Sela. Tailgaters Bar and Grill.
Pippins still holding on to a 3-2 lead as we go to the top of the 4th inning here at the Orchard. 4th inning brought to you by Les Schwab. They set the standard for tire service more than 65 years ago, and they continue to go out of their way to keep you on your way. With 3 locations in Yakima and Sela, the dedicated professionals at Les Schwab provide useful advice and excellent service every day. At Les Schwab, doing the right thing matters. Jake Jarvis to lead it off for the Elks. 6, 7, and 8 here in a 1-run ball game. Pippins ahead 3-2. Right versus left, A.J. Wood fires. And there's a ball spiked foul back to the screen, 0-1. Here's the set in the 0-1 from A.J. Fastball up high for a ball, and it's 1-1 on Jarvis. So already, as long as Wood can record just 1 out in this inning, He'll eclipse the length of his last start against Bellingham on the 4th of July when he went 3+ innings. Here's the 1-1. Wood kicks and deals. Change up outside, ball 2. 2-1 on Jarvis with Dante De Niro and then Chase Fernland to follow here in the top of the 4th. Fernland, who made a stellar play at shortstop to start a 6-4-3 double play that ended the bottom of the 3rd. The 2-1, a high fastball for ball 3. Wood falls behind here, 3-1. Nobody on, nobody out in a 1-run ball game. Pippins leading it 3-2, top of the 4th inning. Wood sets shoulder high. The kick in the 3-1. There's a high fastball, ball 4, and AJ loses the leadoff man and the tying run here in the 4th, and that'll quickly prompt the Pippins bullpen to get active. As it appears Anthony Alvarado is going to resume his throwing. Now Dante De Niro will bat for the Elks. In a 1-run ball game, the tying run at first. De Niro hits right-handed, has flied out in his only at-bat today. Now Pippins pitching coach Rob Hippie, the 2-time Lewis County Hoop Shoot champion, 1961 and 1962, heads out to the mound to talk with Pippins right-hander A.J. Wood. In a 3-2 ball game, Pippins leading here in the 4th. Let's get a look at our out-of-town scoreboard. Port Angeles 3, Cowlitz nothing in the top of the 5th in Port Angeles. Wenatchee over Kelowna 3-2 in the top of the 4th in Kelowna. Walla Walla leads Victoria 2-1 in the 4th from Borleski Stadium in Walla Walla. And Bellingham over Portland 1-0 in the bottom of the 3rd in Portland. One on, no outs. 3-2 the score. Pippins lead in the 4th. Here's the first pitch. Fastball just inside for ball 1. And De Niro jumps out ahead in the count here to Wood. Dante De Niro, a catcher making his first appearance of the season. Similar to the Pippins, the Elks tend to rotate their catchers on a day-by-day basis. They've got 3 main backstops. Quick toss to first, and the runner dives back in safely. 1 on, no outs in a 1-run game here in the top of the 4th. 3-2, the Pippins on top. The 1-0. Runner takes off. The pitch is high and in. Bell throws down a second. Throw is high, and Decarlo's tag is late. And Bell certainly had the timing there, but the throw was way high. And Jarvis, the tying run, slides into second safely. The concerning part here is that Wood has now missed on 6 of the first 7 pitches in this inning. And it's a 2-0 count on De Niro. Tying run at second, nobody out in the 4th. This pitch lifted in the air, right field. Rice back, racing back towards the track. It's over his head and off the base of the wall. Rice collects the carom quickly and fires back in towards the cutoff. So that will hold Jarvis at third. But it's a double for Dante De Niro to put 2 in scoring position with nobody out. And Chase Fernland coming to the plate here in the 4th. How about the odds of that? Not often you see a double off the wall in which a runner from second can't score. But Brian Rice had that ricochet played so smoothly that Jarvis was held at third. Either way, that ends the night for A.J. Wood for the 2nd consecutive outing. Or perhaps, let's see, Lucas Colucci, the home plate umpire, stopped Rob Hippie on his way to the mound. Now Coach Hippie's going out to the mound to relieve A.J. Wood. And for the second straight start, Wood can't get an out in the fourth inning. He exits here with 2 on, nobody out. And the top of the fourth inning, Pippins ahead by a run. We'll take a break and be back after this on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Call this home, that's where I belong, that's where I belong. Call this home, that's where I belong, that's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
That's where I belong.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Get free fitness training and tons of cardio and strength equipment, plus a totally friendly staff for just $10 a month with absolutely no judgment. We want you to be you for just $10 a month. Come in for a free tour or join online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness. Annual membership fee applies. Participating locations only. See club for details.
New pitcher into the game for the Pippins. It's left-hander Anthony Alvarado that makes his second appearance of the season. Made his debut on Sunday in Game 2 of a doubleheader against Port Angeles, throwing 2 scoreless innings with 1 strikeout. And the low slot left-hander from Wapato enters with 2 in scoring position and nobody out here at a 1-run ball game in the top of the 4th. The Pippins leading by a score of 3-2. It'll be Chase Fernland that digs in, the right-handed batter. Shortstop for the Elks. Walked in his first at-bat. The Pippins now with a base hit that could potentially give Bend the lead. Will bring the corners in. Keep the middle infielders deep. Lefty Alvarado works off the third base side of the rubber. Brings the hands together, shoulder high. Now deals the first pitch, and Fernland checks his swing at a low changeup. Takes it for ball 1. Jarvis at third after a walk and a stolen base. De Niro at second, he doubled. 4-3, Pippins on top here in the 4th. The pitch. Slider on the inside corner, called a strike. Good backdoor breaking ball to push the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. With Welch in on the grass at first, Israel the same at third. Outfield playing a little bit more shallow than usual. Kicking the 1-1. There's a backdoor slider. That one came too far in. And it's 2-1 from Alvarado. Out of Bellevue University in Nebraska. How about that for a culture change? Wapato to Nebraska. The pitch. Reached for a ball that was well out of the strike zone, and Fernland fouls it out of play right side. That was clear as day, ball 3, but Alvarado catches a break. Two and 2. Pitch from Alvarado. That one's lifted in the air, short right field, over the head of Decarlo at second and down for a base hit. Rice comes home with a throw from right field, but it's not in time. Cut off by Welch. Jake Jarvis scores, and we're tied at 3 after an RBI single on a bloop hit from Chase Fernland. And now still no outs and runners on the corners. And Vinny Zavolta chance to give the Elks the lead. Runners on the corners, no out. That run charged to A.J. Wood. Second earned run of the day allowed by A.J. 3+ innings, 4 hits. There's way outside with a changeup. 1-0 from Alvarado. 3 walks and no strikeouts for A.J. Pippins have not struck out a batter in this game. Soft ground ball hit left side. Diving stop by Israel at third. No play at second. Throws to first. In time for the out. But it brings home the go-ahead run as Dante De Niro scores from third. And Zavolta with that RBI groundout gives the Elks their first lead of the ball game. It's 4-3.
Stepping in for the Elks, second baseman, Nico Bergerello.
1 out now and a man at second for the top of the order in Nico Bergerello. Elks leading it 4-3, their first lead of the series. Final line now in on A.J. Wood. 4 runs, 3 earned over 3+ innings. Turning to look to second. Pitch from Alvarado. Swing and a miss. He got the left-hand batter out in front of a breaking ball, 0-1. The pitch. There's a swing and a miss. 0-2. The 0-2. Turn and a look to second. Nothing doing. The pitch. Popped up third base side, foul ground, 0-2. Oh, and to the count, 1 on, 1 out. That ball gets away from Bell. He's got no idea where it is. And Fernland takes third on the pass ball. Now it's 1-2 on Bergerello. Infield in, the 1-2. Line shot, shallow center. Schwartz coming in. It drops in front of him for a base hit. RBI knock for Bergerello. Brings home Fernland from third, and it's 5-3. The Elks lead here in the fourth. Still just 1 out. Not sure an infield that was playing further back would have gotten that. So it doesn't really matter what the Pippins did there. 3 runs in on this inning. That last one, though, the first charge to Anthony Alvarado. And subsequently the first run charged to him all season after a scoreless outing his last time out. Quick toss over to first, but the runner back in under the dive. Now it's Justin Parsons' turn. 1 on, 1 out. In the top of the fourth, the pitch. Wow, that got behind the hitter all the way to the backstop in an easy advance for Bergerello on a wild pitch. And Ben's starting to break things open here in the fourth. Here it is. Swing and a miss at a changeup. 0-1 to Parsons, who is 0 for 1 today with a pop out and a walk. The 1-1. Foul tip back into the glove, a ball, 2 strikes on Parsons. Man at second, 1 down. Bend leading at 5-3. Alvarado turns and looks to second. Now the 2-strike pitch. That's inside, hit Parsons on the shoulder. And another man reaches here for the Elks. They put 2 on with just 1 out for Brad Morgan.
Now batting number 27, Brad Morgan.
Left versus left to Morgan. Here's the first pitch. Way outside with a slider, ball 1. Morgan is 1 for 2 today with a single and a pop out. And Alvarado struggling to throw consistent strikes here. Here's the 1-0. That comes in and hits him on the shoulder again, the same exact spot. And Alvarado's now hit back-to-back batters to load the bases with 1 out. For Zach Needham, the 8th man to bat in this inning, still just 1 out in the inning. Quick mound visit from James Bell. Now he gets back behind the plate. Bergarello at third, Parsons at second, Morgan at first. Zach Needham, switch hitter, bats right-handed for the first time all series. And a 5-3 ball game, Bend leading, and the Pippins getting a right-hander loose in the bullpen. I believe that's Bo Henderson. Alvarado fires. Needham takes a change-up on the outer third, called strike 1. Ground ball could get the Pippins out of this inning. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. Way outside with off speed, 1-1. Needham has popped out twice in 2 trips. Both infield pop-outs. 5-3 Bend leading, top of the 4th. A 3-run inning for the Elks. Off of A.J. Wood and now Anthony Alvarado. The 1-1 to Needham. That's outside with a changeup, 2-1. Alvarado, since entering this game, has thrown 11 strikes, 10 balls. Bases loaded, 1 down, 1 2-run game, 5-3, Bend leading here in the top of the 4th inning. Now the pitch. Popped up, back foul out of play and into the concourse. 2-2 the count. Two and two with 1 out, bases empty, or loaded, excuse me. It is Bo Henderson throwing in the Pippins bullpen. 2-2. Soft line drive, shallow center. That drops in for a base hit. Another bloop single for the Elks. And the chains keep moving. Nico Bergarello scores from third, and it's 6-3 Bend. Yet another soft base hit for the Elks. And now the 9th man to bat in this inning comes to the plate in Dayton Provost. Not much to say about this. Pippins pitchers haven't thrown consistent strikes, and when they have, they've been blooped into center field. Left versus left, 6-3 Bend. Here's the pitch with the bases loaded, 1 out. That comes in, and another hit by pitch as that one drills Provost on the same spot, the right shoulder to a left-hand batter. And it's an RBI hit by pitch, and it's 7-3 Elks. And now the man who started this inning off against A.J. Wood will bat in Jake Jarvis. And now Rob Hippie quickly out to the mound for a visit and perhaps a call to the bullpen after Alvarado hits his 3rd batter of the day. And we'll see what the word is here. Talking with Anthony, and he is going to relieve Anthony. In a 7-3 ball game, the Pippins will have their third pitcher of this inning in the fourth on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
The smell of fresh-cut barley, the sound of boots in a barn, the sight of the sun rising over the fields.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce two of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Third pitcher of the inning in for the Pippins, and it's right-hander Bo Henderson that enters with the bases loaded and just one out, replacing Anthony Alvarado, who gave up 3 earned runs and is responsible for all 3 men on base. Recorded just 1 out on a ground out. Did not walk a batter, did not strike out a batter, and allowed 3 hits. Henderson makes his 6th appearance of the season. He has not recorded a decision and has an ERA of 6.94. 8 strikeouts, 7 walks over 11 2/3 innings. Opponents hitting just .217 off of Bo, who last pitched in a league game all the way back on July 3rd against Bellingham, when he made a start and threw 4 scoreless innings. Had pitched in a couple of this past week's non-league action. And now goes against left-hand hitting Jake Jarvis, who started off this inning, and now the Elks have officially batted around. Bases loaded, 1 out. 7-3 Bend, top of the 4th, the pitch. Jarvis takes a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Anthony Alvarado responsible for all 3 runners. Morgan at 3rd, Needham at 2nd, Provost at 1st. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Henderson. That's outside with a fastball, 2-0. Alvarado hit 3 batters in his 3rd of an inning today. That's the most hit by a Pippin in any outing this year. And he did it facing just 7 batters. Bases loaded, 1 away. Already a 5-run inning for Bend, and they are on top 7-2 here in the top of the 4th. Now the pitch from Bo. And there's a check swing and a foul ball out of play to the left side, 2-1. Pippins had plenty of momentum, particularly on the mound after last night. But A.J. Woods struggled, Anthony Alvarado struggled. Now Bo Henderson in to try and clean up the mess. Here's the 2-1. There's a swing and a soft foul back, 2-2. Elsewhere around the West Coast League, red-hot Wenatchee, 5-1 in the second half. Believe. 5-2. They lead Kelowna 5-2-2 in the top of the 5th in Kelowna. Walla Walla 3, Victoria 1 in the top of the 5th. Portland 3, Bellingham 1, bottom of the 4th. Port Angeles over Cowlitz 3-0 in the 6th in Port Angeles. The 2-2. Soft tapper, back over the mound, second baseman, no, it's Parker, the shortstop, that charges in, has no play on a soft infield tapper that didn't even reach second base. And it's another run in for Bend, just one of those kinds of days. And the Elks lead it 8-3
Number 41, Dante De Niro.
on an infield single from Jake Jarvis. And Dante De Niro, who doubled earlier in this inning, steps in. Runner, base is still loaded, still one out. That run charge to Anthony Alvarado. 8-3 Bend. De Niro lifts this in the air, right field. Rice racing to his left towards the line. He reaches up, makes the catch in the Bend bullpen. Now fires it towards home, but it's more than in plenty of time to bring home Needham on a sacrifice fly. Moves Provost to third. And Jarvis holds it first. It's a sac fly for De Niro. And it is 9-3 Bend leading. But finally, 2 outs in the inning. And now Chase Berglund will hit. The 11th man to come to the plate against 3 different Pippins pitchers. (9-3) Bend on top. They've got 9 runs on 8 hits and an error. Pippins 3 runs on 2 hits and 2 errors here in the 4th. Runners on the corners, 2 down. Chase Fernland is 1 for 1 today. Right versus right. Here's the pitch to him. Soft ground ball, hit to shortstop. Parker collects, flips the short way to second, and the inning is over. But the Elks strike for 7 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and they leave runners on the corners. Head to the bottom of the 4th. Pippins trailing at 9-3 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome, and se habla español. This is how we care.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Pippins trailing by a score of 9-3. Here as we go to the bottom of the 4th, a big inning for the Elks. In the top of the 4th has broken things open. Alex Giroux back to work facing Luke Schwartz. Right versus right, and Luke pulls back a bunt on a pitch down low, and it's 1-0 to Schwartz. Brian Rice and then Nick Decarlo to follow. 8-9-1 for the Pippins here in the bottom of the 4th. Kick in the 1-0. Luke takes a fastball at the knees for a strike. And it's 1-1 on Schwartz. Zach Needham even with the bag at third. Everybody else normal depth straight away. Kick in the 1-1. And Schwartz grounds this to third where Needham bobbles, stays with it, throws on a first, a laser throw in time. And that one knocked Provost to the ground nearly. The first baseman had to shield his head from an absolute bullet of a throw. They are able to get the out. And now Brian Rice will hit with the bases clear and 1 away. In the bottom of the 4th inning, Pippins behind 9-3 to the Elks. Right versus left. First pitch to Rice. Brian takes a changeup at the letters for a called first strike. 0-1 on Rice, who today is 0-4-1 with a ground out to second. The pitch. A fastball that misses outside. 1-1 on Rice. He's been around a while, but is making just his second start of the summer. The 1-1. Hit in the air, left field, and out of play, foul. He joined the team in early July, and this is just his 8th at-bat of the summer in league play. A ball and 2 strikes on Rice. Nobody on, 1 out. Pippins trailing 9-3, bottom of the 4th inning here in Yakima. The 1-2. Backdoor breaking ball, hit the opposite way into left field, and Rice dumps in a base hit with 1 out. And the Pippins are making something happen here in the bottom of the 4th. Now to the top of the order that's done most of the damage tonight on offense. Here's Nick Decarlo. Nick with a single and a hit by pitch and 2 trips to the plate today. 1 for 1. 9-3, Bend leading, bottom of the 4th. 1 on, 1 out. First pitch to Decarlo out of the stretch from Alex Giroux. Fastball outside for a ball, 1-0. Decarlo was hit by a pitch in the bottom of the 1st and led off that rally in which the Pippins initially took a 3-0 lead. And a 7-run top of the 4th for Bend off of 3 different arms. Giroux steps off, looks Speedy Rice back to first. 1 on, 1 out. 9-3 Elks, bottom of the 4th inning. Right-hander Joe Williams still throwing in the Bend bullpen, although Giroux has settled down after a shaky first. A 1-0 fastball in the outside corner, called a strike, 1-1. Giroux's walked 5 today, only struck out 1, but just the 3 runs, 2 of them earned on 3 hits. And basically nothing since the first. 1-1. Decarlo takes a breaking ball in the dirt, 2 balls and a strike. Nine to 3 Pippins trailing here in the bottom of the 4th. Rice with a slight lead off of first. Provost holds him at first and shields the setting sun with his right hand. Middle infield to double play depth. Kicking the 2-1. That's smacked back foul to the backstop. 2-2 on Decarlo. Out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Pippins have had plenty of Arizona flavor on the roster this year, but they might actually be outnumbered by Bend. In fact, I have confirmed they are outnumbered by the Elks, who list 7 Arizona natives on their roster. The 2-2 on the way. Fastball up high, ball 3, throw down a first, try to back pick. But Rice able to dance back into the bag safely behind the throw. 3 balls and 2 strikes now on Decarlo, 1 on, 1 out. 9-3 Pippins trailing here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Turn and a look to first. Here it comes. Rice takes off. There's a fastball down low, ball 4. And the Pippins in business. Rice with a dramatic head-first slide despite no throw. And now this might do it for the right-hander Alex Giroux as manager Joe Dominic out to the mound, and it will. After his 6th walk of the night and the Elks nursing a 6-run lead. New pitcher coming in for Bend, and we'll tell you about him after this on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy. But he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions. Or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
For summer road trip season, there's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever, or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
2 on, 1 out for the Pippins here in the fourth in a 9-3 ball game. Bend on top, and a new arm in for the Elks. It's right-hander Joe Williams, who enters to make his 11th appearance of the season. 0-2 on the year with an ERA of 7.71. 18 strikeouts, 9 walks for the righty, and 14 innings of relief. And opponents are hitting .293 off of the native of La Mesa, California. Rising sophomore at Pomona Pitzer College down in Southern California. He last pitched on Saturday at home against Victoria. 2 scoreless innings, struck out 5 and allowed 2 hits. And he faces switch-hitting Nick Israel, who will bat left-handed here with 1 out in the bottom of the fourth. A walk and a single have put 2 on for 1 out here for the Pippins. Still trailing by a pretty sizable margin. But Alex Giroux exits and will be ineligible for a win. So if this score holds, it'll be Williams that'll pick up the win as long as he can record just 1 out. Here's the first pitch to Israel, batting left-handed. Popped up down the third base line, foul ground. Zavolta, the left fielder, slides in the Pippins bullpen, and he dropped the ball! Zavolta had it and then dropped it in the Pippins bullpen, and Israel catches a break and stays alive. The count's 0-1. Turner to look to second, now the 0-1. That's hit foul left side, 0-2. Pippins trailing by a score of 9-3 here in the bottom of the fourth, but 2 on, 1 out for the Pips. Here's the set and the 0-2 from Williams. Quick look to second, now the pitch. Down and in, and gets away from the catcher, De Niro. Both runners advance on the wild pitch. Or they're going to score that a pass ball, are they? Either way, both runners move up. And it's now 1-2 on Israel. Double play no longer in order. And now a quick meeting between Dante De Niro, the catcher, and Joe Williams, the right-handed pitcher. Two in scoring position, just 1 out. Here in the bottom of the fourth inning, Pippins trailing by a score of 7-3. 9-3, excuse me. Now the pitch. That's way outside. An off-speed offering, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 in scoring position for Israel. RBI double in the first, a walk in the second. And he smacks this one the opposite way. That is a fair ball, lands inside the left field line. 1 run is in. Decarlo around third, he scores. It's a 2-run single for Nick Israel. And the Pippins cut into the lead and make it 9-5 here in the bottom of the fourth. It's a 3 RBI day for Nick Israel. Both of those runs charged to Alex Giroux. And now Kyle Dean digs in with 1 on, 1 out. in what has turned into a 4-run game in the bottom of the fourth. Far from over. Righty versus righty. The pitch. Dean takes a slider away, ball 1. Kyle still searching for his first hit of the series. Has walked and flied to left in 2 trips today. Now the pitch. That's inside. And it's 2-0. Two balls, no strikes on Kyle Dean. 2 runs across in this inning for the Pippins. They trail at 9-5 with a man at first, 1 down. Here's the offering. Slider down and away, and it's 3-0 on Dean. The Pippins are fighting here in the 4th. Joe Williams, who the overall numbers are not pretty, but 3 of his last 4 outings had been scoreless, and to date still are, but that could change. The 3-0. Down and in, just by a hair it missed. Ball 4. 4 straight have reached for the Pippins. And now Tanner Parker, the cleanup man, bats in serious need of a base hit. And he bats with 2 on, 1 out. The tying run in the on-deck circle. Would not have thought that after a disastrous top of the 4th in which the Elks brought home 7 runs. But here we are. The pitch. That one's driven down the right field line, but just foul by a half a step or so. And Parker catches an unlucky break. Still righty versus lefty. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 9-5, Pippins are trailing. The pitch. Fastball on the outside corner, called a strike. 0-2 on Parker. An 0-2 pitch coming. Here it is. Soft liner, shallow center. Second baseman Bugarello goes out and makes the catch in short center field. And Parker, another unlucky break as he pops out for the second out of the inning. Now Aiden Welch will bat.
First baseman number 15, Aiden Welch.
Nine to 5. Pippins trail here in the 4th. 2 on, 2 out for Welch, who's 0 for 1. Now the pitch. Righty delivers. Fastball called a strike in the inside corner, and it's 0-1 on Aiden Welch. Here's the 0-1. Check swing on a slider down and out. Taken for a ball, and it's a ball and a strike on Aiden Welch. Bounced out to shortstop in the 3rd, has also walked once today. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss on a high fastball, and it's 1-2. One and 2 on Welch. 2 on, 2 out in a 4-run game, 9-5 Bend. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on a low fastball, and the 4th inning is over. But the Pippins get 2 runs on 2 hits and strand 2 after 4. 9-5 Bend on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Being pregnant can make normal.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome and se habla español. This is how we care.
Years in the Yakima Valley. Your hometown Ace Hardware stores in Yakima and Natchez provide attentive customer service and the best brands for all your home improvement project needs. Roy's Ace Hardware in downtown Yakima, Hometown Ace Hardware in Tieton Village in Yakima, and Oak Creek Hardware in Natchez also has fishing, hunting, landscaping, and cleaning equipment. Ace Hardware, hardware supplies and competitive prices.
First pitch of the top of the fifth inning from Bo Henderson to Vinny Zavolta, misses inside for ball one. 9-5, Bend leading here in the fifth. And there's a fastball that drops in on the outer third for a strike. 1-1 on Zavolta, an RBI single back in the second, also a ground out in the fourth. 1-1. There's a slider way outside. 2-1 on Zavolta. 9-1 and 2 for the Elks here in the fifth. After a 7-run fourth, the Pippins added 2 in the bottom half to cut it to a 4-run lead. 2-1, swinging a tapper foul back into the glove, 2-2, which certainly not insurmountable by any stretch of the imagination. Two balls and 2 strikes. Henderson with really good stuff, trying to set down the first man today on strikeouts, but he misses outside with a slider, and the count is full, 3-2. The pitch. Ground ball hit to third. Israel makes a nice backhand stab. Throw from the line, across the diamond, in time. Nice play, 1 out. That was not an easy play at third from Nick Israel. He made it look routine.
For the Elks, number 2, Nico Bergerello.
Nine to 5, Pippins trail here in the fifth. There's the pitch to Nico Bergerello. It's popped foul left side, 0-1. Bergerello 1 for 3 today. The pitch. Backdoor slider, drops just below the knees for a ball. One and one. And there's a pitch. And it misses for a ball, 2-1. And after that wild miss, Rob Hippie out to the mound to talk with Bo Henderson. Nine to 5, Pippins trail here in the fifth as a meeting on the mound between Henderson, Bell, and Hippie. Now this mound visit has come to a conclusion. And now this at-bat, back to work. 9-5 Pippins trail here in the 5th. The pitch from Henderson. That's hit in the air, left field. Could be playable for Dean, running towards the line, and he slides. Did he hold on to the bullpen? Yes, he did! 2 down. Talk about a defensive showcase here in the top of the 5th inning. And now Justin Parsons will bat with the bases empty and 2 away after he very easily could be hitting with 2 on and no outs. Infield for the Pippins backs up and shifts a tad to the right with Decarlo, the second baseman, on the outfield grass. First pitch smacked to shortstop right at Parker, who reaches out and makes the waist-high grab. And it's a 1-2-3 5th inning for Bo Henderson. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Pippins trail 9-5 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Call this home. That's where I belong. That's where I belong. Call this home. That's where I belong. That's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
That's where I belong.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Tailgaters Bar and Grill in Sela offers an upscale dining experience in a relaxed atmosphere in downtown Sela. With savory entrees and specialty drinks, Tailgaters provides something for customers of all ages. Cheer on your favorite team in the restaurant while experiencing 1950s charm with a modern twist. Visit Tailgaters Bar and Grill today, located at 110 East 3rd Avenue at Viking Village in Sela. Tailgaters Bar and Grill.
Pippins trail 9-5 as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning here at the Orchard. And it'll be Tyler Dean to lead things off. And then James Bell and Luke Schwartz in the 5th inning against Bend reliever Joe Williams, who allowed a couple of inherited runs to score when he finished off the 4th inning. 9-5 Elks lead, right versus left. As Williams collects himself, readies, and delivers the first pitch, driven out to left center field fairly deep. Parsons back to his right, reaches up and makes the catch on the run, ending up in deep left center field on the track. And Dean with some tough luck on a hard hit ball to start the 5th. Now the base is empty and 1 away for James Bell, the catcher. Right-handed hitter with the bases clear, 1 away, and a 9-5 ball game. Pippins trailing here in the last half of the 5th inning. Williams sets at the belt, kicks and deals. Misses well outside with a fastball for ball 1. James today is 0 for 2 with a strikeout looking, and he's bounced into a double play. (1-0). Way outside again with a fastball. Back-to-back pitches that miss nowhere close, and it's 2-0. Two and out the count to Bell. Here's the pitch. Fastball in the dirt. That was closer to the zone, but still in the dirt. And it's 3 balls and no strikes. With the bases clear, 1 away, Pippins trailing 9-5. Here's the pitch. Fastball at the knees for a strike, 3-1. The kick and the offering. Fastball up high, ball 4. And Bell reaches for the first time today. Williams issues his second walk, and the Pippins have a one-out base runner. Now Luke Schwartz, the hitter. Right versus right with 1 on, 1 out. The Pippins trailing 9-5 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Middle infield at double play depth. Needham even with the bag at third. Slight lead off of first for Bell, who's held on by Provost. First pitch, in for a strike at the knees with a fastball. Luke today 0 for 2, has popped out and grounded to third in 2 trips. The set in the 0-1. There's a line shot over the head of the second baseman, Bergarello, and into right field for a base hit. And just like the 4th inning, the Pippins put 2 on with 1 out. And now Brian Rice, who singled in his last trip, digs into the plate.
Now batting right fielder, Brian Rice.
Luke Schwartz has been hitting the ball quite better as of late. In fact, the whole month of July has really been an improvement for him. He stands at first. James Bell at second. 1 out. The Pippins leading, or trailing 9-5 in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch to Brian Rice. A fastball in for a strike on the outside corner. Rice with an opposite field single off of starter Alex Giroux in the 4th inning. Giroux not on the hook for the win as he didn't complete 5 innings. Here's a high fly ball, not very deep, shallow left. Zavolta over to his right, has room and makes the catch not too far from the track, and Rice flies out for the second out here of the 5th. Back to the top of the order for Nick Decarlo, who's been real good today. Decarlo, a hit by pitch and a walk. And 3 trips to the plate tonight. 9-5, the Pippins trailing here in the bottom of the 5th. But they've got 2 on, 2 out. And Decarlo has not recorded an out today. Turning to look to second, first offering. Fastball down low for a ball, 1-0. A right-hander now throwing in the bullpen for Bend. That's Jake Wilson. Stocky right-hand reliever. Quick turn and a look to second. Here's the 1-0 to Nick. Fastball down and out. Good stop by De Niro behind the plate, who's had a real nice day defensively. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 runners on, 2 outs with Nick Decarlo at the plate in a 9-5 game. Pippins trailing here in the last half of the 5th inning. The pitch. Decarlo takes on the inside third, a called strike, and it's 2-1 on Nick Decarlo. Driven in 5 on the season. As we wait a moment for Williams to tie his shoe. Right-hander, native of the San Diego area, went to Grossmont High School, which has produced 8 major leaguers. The 2-1. That ball's driven deep to left field. Zavolta back. He turns, and that ball's gone! A 3-run shot for Nick Decarlo. The first home run for the Pippins in nearly a month, and it's a 1-run game here in the 5th. Decarlo's first of the year. And it's 9-8 on a laser home run down the left field line and over the deep fence to put the Pippins back within a run, and the night is over for Joe Williams. New arm coming in for the Elks after this on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
The one and only judgment-free zone. That means for just $10 a month, you can work out at your own pace and just do you. However you want, whenever you want. Get free fitness training and tons of cardio and strength equipment, plus a totally friendly staff for just $10 a month with absolutely no judgment. We want you to be you for just $10 a month. Come in for a free tour or join online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness. Annual membership fee applies. Participating locations only. See club for details.
It's a one-run ball game, unbelievably, here in the bottom of the fifth. 9-8, and that means a new pitcher in for the Bend Elks with 2 outs here in the fifth after a 3-run homer from Nick Decarlo. It's right-hander Jake Wilson that makes his 8th appearance of the season. 0-1 on the year with a 4.62 ERA. 8 strikeouts, 8 walks over 11 2/3 innings of work. And opponents hitting .227 off of the right-hander from Pleasanton, California. Pitched in yesterday's game, faced 2 batters, and recorded 1 out. And now the beefy right-hander, 6 feet tall, 225 pounds, faces Nick Israel with the bases empty and 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, the Pippins have stormed back from trailing 9-3. It's now 9-8 after 5 unanswered runs. Israel is 2 for 3 today. First pitch. He takes a changeup down and out for ball 1. Nick has doubled, singled, driven in 2 runs, and walked. It's been a big day for Israel, who's been as hot as anybody on this team over the last week and a half. Need him in at third, the pitch. That ball's hit the opposite way, right toward shortstop, though, and Fernland snags before it hits the ground, and the inning is over. But the Pippins cut the deficit to 1 on a 3-run homer from Nick Decarlo. And at the end of 5, it's a 1-run game. 9-8 Elks on the Nathan's famous broadcast network.
The smell of fresh.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
First pitch of the top of the 6th to Brad Morgan is a ball. Now the 1-0 is tapped foul off the plate, and it's 1-1 from Henderson to Morgan. in a one-run game, 9-8, here in the bottom of the 5th inning, after a Nick Decarlo 3-run homer cuts the Bend lead to 1 after 5 innings of play. The pitch. That's hit towards first. Welch takes it off of a hop on the grass and runs it to the bag himself for the first down. 1 away, and now Zach Needham will dig in for the Elks. Against Bo Henderson with the Pippins trailing by just a run, 9-8, and what a crazy game it has been, start to finish. Nobody on, 1 out. Decarlo at second on the outfield grass for the switch hitter. Batting left-handed, slightly open stance. First offering, a fastball in for a strike on the upper outside corner. And it's 0-1 on Needham. Kick in the pitch. Check swing and a breaking ball that drops in on the inner third for strike 2. This game started with the Pippins leading by a score of 3-0 after just 1 inning. Then the Elks cut it to 1 after 2 and a 7-run fourth, and it seemed like we were headed for a blowout at that point, and reasonably so. 0-2. Fastball down and out. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on, 1 out in a 1-run game, 9-8 here in the 6th. But since then, 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th and then 3 in the 5th, and it is a 1-run game. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Got it with the outside changeup. Bo's got his first strikeout. He's set down 5 in a row. 2 down here in the 6th.
Now batting first baseman, Dayton Provost.
Gonna bring up Dayton Provost. Provost hits with the bases clear, 2 away. And the Pippins trailing by a run. Lefty batter swings and misses at the first pitch he sees, 0-1. Talked a little bit earlier about how Provost was with the Pippins in 2015. Did not have a great summer statistically. And it has kind of been a tumultuous collegiate career for him. Redshirted the following summer, 2016, spring I should say, at UCLA. He watches the 0-1 down and away, 1-1. Bases empty, 2 down, and a 1-run game. Pippins trailing 9-8 here in the 6th. Didn't play in 2017, junior college year in 2018, and then just 3 at-bats for Oklahoma State this spring. Swings and misses at a high fastball, 1-2 for the Southern California native. The pitch. Grounded towards second. For Decarlo. Takes it on to first in time. And it's a 1-2-3 6th inning for Bo Henderson, including a strikeout. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Pippins trailing by a run, 9-8 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Call this home. That's where I belong. That's where I belong. Call this home. That's where I belong. That's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
That's where I belong.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. what's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
One-run ball game. Pippins trail 9-8 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning in the heart of the order, up 3-4-5 against right-hander Jake Wilson. First pitch to Kyle Dean, a fastball or a breaking ball that pushes Dean inside 1-0. 6th inning brought to you by the Yakima Herald Republic and yakimaherald.com, your best sources for local sports, news, entertainment, and lifestyle information from across central Washington. The pitch, a curveball, drops up high, 2-0. Call 575-7755 to subscribe to a print or digital package. The Yakima Herald Republic, they tell your stories. 2-0 on Dean. That pitch misses down and in for ball 3. Kyle's walked twice today and also flied out to left field. Leads off here in the bottom of the 6th inning in a 9-8 ball game. Bend on top. The base is empty and nobody out. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball 4. And it's a 4-pitch walk for Dean. The tying run on base here in the 6th. Now Tanner Parker will hit. Parker swings from the left side. Pippins trailing 9-8, bottom of the 6th inning, and the tying run on first. Could see Parker lay one down here. A bunt, that is. He's 0 for 2 today with a walk. Needham in on the grass at third, fielding bunt. And Parker hits this the opposite way, softly down the left field line. That could land fair, but it's foul. Would have been a bloop double if it had landed fair, but instead goes out of play. Left-hander Ryland McKnight is starting to throw in the bullpen for the Elks. 1-run ball game. Nine to 8. The Elks on top. Slight lead at first for Dean. Middle infield close to the bag at second. Outfield playing a hair in, especially the corners. Now Parker bunts, pops it in the air, back first base side, and that one hits off the screen, thankfully. Now it's 0-2 on Tanner. Tried to surprise him with a bunt. But nothing doing. 0-2 on Parker. Here the pitch. Fastball in the dirt. Nice stop by De Niro, who continues to shine behind the plate. He keeps Dean at first. No outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-2 on Tanner Parker. The left-handed hitter who is all the way down at 265 with the batting average, which is just crazy when you consider that not even a week ago he was up at 306. Here's the 1-2. Change up, high and away, 2-2. Parker, longest hitting streak on the team this year, a stretch in June where he hit in 12 straight. And 10 of those games he had 2 or more hits. He was just crushing the ball. At one point was hitting 381. But has really slowed down since. Could use a confidence-boosting hit here. Toss over to first. Dean dives back in safely. 1 on, nobody out in a 1-run game here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 9-8 Bend. A 7-run top of the 4th gave him a 6-run lead. The Pippins have scored 5 unanswered since. Dean takes off, the 2-2. That one's lifted in the air. Right center field, drops in for a base hit. Dean takes the wave around second. He's headed for third. The throw is cut off by the shortstop, Fernland. Throw back to first. And did they get Parker? No, they didn't. They would have had Parker off of first, but Provost, the first baseman, dropped the ball. And there's runners on the corners with nobody out in a 1-run game here in the 6th. And Aiden Welch coming to the plate. What an exciting night here at the Orchard. And it's continuing with a tying run at third, 9-8 Bend. In the bottom of the 6th inning. Aiden Welch at the plate, 0 for 2 today. Turning a quick look at first. Now Wilson sets and deals. Check swing and a breaking ball in the dirt. He went around, but Parker takes off for second and gets in safely on the wild pitch. Not even that wild of a pitch, but now the double play no longer in order. And we'll see if Bend elects to bring the infield in. And they do. All 4 infielders on the edge of the grass. Tying run at third. 9-8 the score, nobody out. 0-1. Welch pops it up, foul ground, first base side. And that one lands out over the seats and into the concourse. No balls and 2 strikes. Aiden on the season's driven in 5. Base hit here would more than likely score both runners and give the Pippins the lead, which would be their first since the 3rd inning when they were leading 3-2. Infield in, 2 strikes on Welch. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a ball that rolls through De Niro's legs. Dean's gonna come home, here's the throw, tag implied, safe, and it's a tie game! And apparently Aiden Welch is not a strikeout victim. They say a check swing. Oh boy, it looked like he'd gone around. So the Pippins catch an even bigger break. And now manager Joe Dominic is out to talk with home plate umpire Lucas Colucci. Either way, Parker gets the 3rd, and Dean scores on the wild pitch. And it had looked like Welch had gone around on the check swing, but he catches the benefit of the doubt. And we are tied at 9 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. A 6-run comeback from the Pippins. How about that? And they can take the lead with a ball in play here. Infield remains in. 1-2 the count, no outs. The pitch, lifted in the air, right field, that's deep. Jarvis back, that's over his head, and off the top of the wall for extra bases. Parker scores from 3rd. Welch to 2nd, slides in, he's out at 2nd, but he still gets the go-ahead base hit, and it's 10-9 Pippins. Aiden Welch with the RBI single off the wall. And that will do it for Jake Wilson. 10-9, the Pippins have stormed back to take the lead. And a new pitcher coming in for Bend here in the 6th. Take a break here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flywkm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Means more ideas for his business and yours.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
A crazy comeback complete. The Pippins now leading 10-9. And it's left-hander Ryland McKnight that takes over on the mound for the Elks He makes his 10th appearance of the season, 1-0 on the year with an ERA of 2.53 for the junior from Western Oregon. 8 strikeouts, 11 walks over 10 2/3 innings, and opponents hit 300 off of the left-hander, who last pitched on Saturday against Victoria, allowed 3 earned runs in an inning of work in that appearance, 2 hits, a walk, and didn't strike out a batter. And he faces Tyler Dean left on left after the Pippins score 2 runs here in the 6th, storm back from down 9-3 to take the lead 10-9. First pitch, fastball down and out, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Dean, who has walked, bounced, or flied out and reached on an error in 3 trips today. Here's the pitch from McKnight, high leg kick, and a fastball misses in. 2 balls and no strikes. Just an unbelievable game here in the Valley. And the pitch. That's down and away. Fastball misses. 3 balls and no strikes. (3-0) from McKnight. The first man he faces, left-hander Tyler Dean, and the pitch. That's outside, ball 4, and McKnight comes out of the bullpen and issues a 4-pitch walk to Dean to put 1 on, 1 out for James Bell. Pippins leading it 10-9.
Now batting number 6, James Bell.
What a wild, wild game. The Pippins trailing 9-3 in the 4th. Now lead 10-9. Bell takes a backdoor breaking ball in for a strike of the knees. Jake Wilson, who leaves this game on the hook for the loss. 2/3 of an inning, he allows 2 runs on 2 hits and a walk. Now the 0-1 left on right. That's inside, bounces away from De Niro, but he's able to stick with it. Hold Dean at first. James Bell walked his last time up. Bats here with 1 on, 1 out in a 10-9 game. Pippins with 7 unanswered runs to take the lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Now the 1-1. That's cut on and missed with a backdoor breaking ball. 1-2 on Bell. Aiden Welch, who hit the go-ahead RBI single a couple of batters ago, was thrown out trying to turn his single into a double. So he was the first out. McKnight looking to make Bell the 2nd out. And he misses just away with an off-speed pitch, 2-2. Big right-hander Alan Embry warming in the bullpen for the Elks. 1 on, 1 out in a 1-run game in the bottom of the 6th inning, 10-9. Pippins ahead of Bend. Set, and the 2-2. Lefty fires. That's down and in, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Bell, who has battled back from going down 0-2. Or 1-2, excuse me. To fill the count with Dean at first. Both teams with 8 hits on the night. Pippins with an extra run, 10-9, and an extra error. There's a tapper foul off the plate. Bell keeps himself alive here. 3 balls and 2 strikes, the count remains. Inning started with a walk to Kyle Dean. Then Nick Decarlo, or excuse me, Tanner Parker with an opposite field single. Aiden Welch with a double off the wall. And Dean scored on a wild pitch. There's a swing and a miss and a pitch in the dirt, throw down a second, and Tyler Dean is out by a mile. It's a strike him out, throw him out, double play to end the bottom of the 6th. But the Pippins take the lead back on 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, no one left. We go to the 7th, 10-9, Yakima Valley leading on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome and se habla español. This is how we care.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Carrying top-notch supplies for more than 70 years in the Yakima Valley. Your hometown Ace Hardware stores in Yakima and Natchez provide attentive customer service and the best brands for all your home improvement project needs. Roy's Ace Hardware in downtown Yakima, Hometown Ace Hardware in Tieton Village in Yakima, and Oak Creek Hardware in Natchez also has fishing, hunting, landscaping, and cleaning equipment. Ace Hardware. Hardware supplies and competitive prices.
Wild night at the Orchard. Pippins lead it 10-9 as we go to the 7th inning, and Bo Henderson back to work against the 6, 7, 8 part of the order for Bend, leading off with Jake Jarvis. In a one-run game, Pippins on top. Right versus left, Henderson fires. And a changeup misses up and away for ball 1. The pitch. That's in the dirt with a fastball, and it's 2-0 on Jarvis. He'll be followed by Dante De Niro and Chase Fernland here for the Elks in the 7th. Two balls and no strikes. And the pitch. Hit the opposite way. Shortstop Parker dives. It's just past his outstretched glove and into left field. And a leadoff single for Jake Jarvis retires a string of 7 consecutive set down by Bo Henderson. Now Dante De Niro, he's had a nice game. He'll dig in with Jarvis at first. Nobody out in a one-run ball game. 10-9. Pippins leading here in the 7th. It's almost unfathomable. They worked their way back from down 9-3 to score 7 unanswered runs. 2 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th, and then 2 in the 6th to take back the lead. The pitch, high and in with a breaking ball as De Niro showed bunt and had to pull back. The Elks look to move a runner over here in a one-run game. 10-9, Pippins trail the Elks. Israel comes in at third, middle infield double play depth to guard against the right-hand hitting backstop, who squares to bunt again and gets this down towards the mound. Henderson fields and shuffles to his left, underhands on to first in time for the out. So a successful sacrifice moves the tying run to second with 1 out for Chase Fernland. Fernland hits in a one-run game, 10-9, Pippins leading. De Niro, after the sacrifice, moves Jarvis to second. Fernland is 1 for 2 today with an RBI single back in the 4th. Righty versus righty. Henderson turns and looks at second. His first pitch. A changeup in for a strike at the knees. Actually, that was probably more of a fastball with sink, 0-1. Get a look at the out-of-town scoreboard in a moment. It's been a little bit since we got you a look at that. One score is already on final. Port Angeles over Cowlitz, 4-3. Now the pitch. A breaking ball way high over the head of Fernland, but Bell able to collect. Wenatchee 6, Kelowna 4 in the 9th. Wenatchee trying to take the series. Walla Walla over Victoria, Pippin's next opponent. 3-1 in the bottom of the 8th from Borleski Stadium. Victoria has the day off tomorrow before they face the Pippins this weekend. A look to second where Jarvis takes a hefty lead. Now they almost got him caught, thrown back to second, but Jarvis able to dive back in safely. Well, that was really, really close. Portland 5, Bellingham 2 in the bottom of the 6th. The Bells off to a dreadful start to the second half. 1-5 after blowing it last night against the Pickles. The pitch. Soft ground ball, left side of the infield. Shortstop Parker takes the bell tie hop, throws on a first. Welch can't secure it as the throw gets away, and the tying run is in to score, and it's 10-10. The Elks have tied it on a throwing error by Tanner Parker. Should have been the second out. Instead, Fernland, the go-ahead run, gets to second. And Vinny Travolta steps to the dish here in a 10-10 ball game. Travolta is 1 for 3 today with an RBI. 10-10 the score. Crazy, crazy night here in the Valley. Unearned run charge to Henderson, who's been quite good in relief. Here's the pitch to Zavolta. Turn and a look to second. Slider. Ooh, just missed apparently. A little high. And it's ball 1. Ten to 10. The 1-0. Fastball on the outside corner, called a strike, 1-1. And Henderson will step off a little bit, kick up some dirt, and reset himself. The 1-1 pitch. Time called as Henderson turns and looks towards second. 10-10 the score in the 7th inning. After the Elks tie it on an error from Tanner Parker. Turn and a look to second, now the pitch. Swing and a miss, it's 1-2. Henderson blew a fastball right by him. Come and hit me. And he couldn't do it. One, 2. Breaking ball, hit foul off to the right, and it stays a ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 on, 1 out in a 10-10 game. Here's the pitch. Hit softly into right field for a base hit, a little dumper and a bloop single. Fernland around third. Here's the throw from Rice. It's a bullet, but the tag is late. And the Elks retake the lead 11-10 here in the 7th on an RBI bloop single from Vinny Zavolta. And in a game with plenty of craziness and traded leads, it's too early to write anything off as over. But another unearned run off of Bo Henderson. The Pippins will start to get some action in the pen. Nico Bergarello digs in. He's 1 for 4. There's a ground ball back up the middle. Parker, the shortstop field, steps on second for 1. Throw to first in time, a double play. So the Pippins get out of it on a 6 unassisted 3 double play, but the Elks retake the lead. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error. No one left. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Stretch time with the Pippins down a run on Nathan's famous broadcast network.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, Go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
And specialty drinks, Tailgaters provides something for customers of all ages. Cheer on your favorite team in the restaurant while experiencing 1950s charm with a modern twist. Visit Tailgaters Bar and Grill today, located at 110 East 3rd Avenue at Viking Village in Sela. Tailgaters Bar and Grill.
Pippins trail by a run, 11-10. In the bottom of the 7th, and the first pitch to Luke Schwartz, a curveball up and away from left-hander Ryland McKnight. Schwartz, Rice, and Decarlo. 8-9-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Pippins down a run. High leg kick and the pitch. And a fastball in at the letters for strike one. Schwartz with a single and a run scored back in the 5th. He's 1 for 3 today. Infield, outfield, straight away, normal depth. Center fielder Parsons a few steps over to the left center gap. And there's a changeup in for a strike at the knees, a ball and 2 strikes on Schwartz. Luke has also grounded out and popped out other than that single today. Bend retook the lead in the top of the 7th with 2 runs. They lead 11-10. Nobody on, nobody out. The 1-2. Breaking ball, driven in the air deep center field, but Parsons has room back into his left, reaches up and makes the over-the-shoulder catch on the run. About 20 steps shy of the track, and there's 1 out here to start the bottom of the 7th. Now Christian Padilla will pinch hit for the Pippins. Yakima Valley goes with a right-hand hitter with lefty on the mound.
Pinch hitting for the Pippins, number 14, Christian Padilla.
Padilla digs in here at the bottom of the 7th with the bases empty and 1 away in a 1-run game, 11-10. The Elks on top. It's left-hander Ryland McKnight, who pitched in a couple of games at Western Oregon this past spring. Left-hander faces Padilla, who bats right-handed, making his first appearance of the ball game after starting in left field yesterday. Presumably he'll go into the game somewhere in the outfield here once we get to the 8th inning. Needham even with the bag at third. Now he backs up a couple of steps. And the first pitch. Fastball in the outside corner, called a strike 0-1. McKnight originally started his college career at the College of Idaho, where he was a 2-sport athlete playing running back and left-handed pitcher. The 0-1. Swing and a miss at an off-speed offering on the outside edge, and it's 0-2 on Padilla. But he redshirted in both sports and then transferred to Western Oregon to pursue just baseball. 11-10, the Elks on top here in the bottom of the 8th. The 7th, excuse me, the 0-2 to Padilla. It's outside, 1-2. In fact, in high school, McKnight considered football his main sport. And a lot of colleges recruited him for one or the other, but he wanted to play both. The 1-2, a fastball up high, 2-2. And for a year he did, although never officially appearing in a game in either sport for the College of Idaho. Native of Sutherland, Oregon, a small town off of Interstate 5, southern part of the state. Soft ground ball down the third base line, and it goes foul. The speedy Padilla had a chance to beat that out if it stayed fair, but it did not. Two balls and two strikes, 1 on, 1 out. Eleven to 10. Pippins trail here, bottom 7. The 2-2. Lifted, right side, foul. Stays 2-2 on Padilla. Decarlo will follow. Now the 2-2. Soft ground ball back up the middle. Could be a tough play for Bergarello. It's just underneath his glove and into center field. Christian Padilla off the bench with a pinch hit single up the middle, and the tying run is on here in the 7th for Nick Decarlo. Nick Decarlo has been a one-man wrecking crew at the plate tonight. And Doug and Joe Dominic's not going to take any chances. 5th pitcher for Bend coming in here to face the right-hand swing of Decarlo. We'll tell you about the new arm after this on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome, and se habla español. This is how we care.
Yeah. Planet Fitness is the one and only judgment-free zone. That means for just $10 a month, you can work out at your own pace and just do you, however you want, whenever you want. Get free fitness training and tons of cardio and strength equipment, plus a totally friendly staff for just $10 a month with absolutely no judgment. We want you to be you for just $10 a month. Come in for a free tour or join online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness. Annual membership fee applies. Participating locations only. See club for details.
Fifth pitcher of the game for Bend in here in the bottom of the 7th, and it's right-hander Alan Embry, making his 11th appearance of the season. 0-2 with an 11.17 ERA. 7 strikeouts, 4 walks over 9 2/3 innings of pitched. An opponent's hitting .349 off of the right-hander from Western Oregon. Stands 6'8", 220 pounds, and he faces the red-hot Nick Decarlo. 1-run game with a tying run at first in the speedy Christian Padilla. Pippins down 11-10. Decarlo a 3-run homer in his last at-bat. 2 for 2 today, has reached base in all 4 trips. Embry looks in. Ready's at the belt. Tall righty delivers. Misses up high with an off-speed pitch for ball 1. Decarlo with 3 runs scored, 3 RBIs on the day. 3-run homer back in the 5th, the first for the Pippins in nearly 4 weeks. Or first in 27 days, exactly. Runner takes off, pitches down low for a strike, throw down a second, dropped by Bergarello. And Padilla, the tying run, moves into scoring position with 1 out, a risky steal. But it pays off for Christian, who swipes his first bag of the summer, almost somewhat surprisingly. It's 1-1 on Decarlo. 11-10 the score, bottom of the 7th inning. Now the 1-1 pitch. Padilla dances off the bag, and that sliced foul right side out of play. To the top row of the seats, 1 and 2 on Decarlo. Starting to get chilly here at the Orchard. We've dropped into the low 70s. It's going to be real chilly this weekend in Victoria. Highs in the 60s every day. The 1-2 to Decarlo with a tying run at second and 1 down. Up high with a fastball, 2-2. On the red-hot Pippins second baseman in a one-run game, 11-10. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning. A rare slugfest for the Pippins this year. They haven't had many of them. The 2-2. Inside and low, ball 3 with a fastball. Count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Luke Schwartz led off this inning with a deep fly out to center, then Padilla, the pinch hit single. Now 3-2 on Decarlo. With another red-hot bat on deck, Nick Israel. Pitch, grounded, left side, through the left side and into left field for a base hit. Padilla gets held at third as he waited to see if that ball was going to get through, and it did. So Decarlo has his 3rd hit of the day. He has reached 5 times. How about that to help your on-base percentage? And Padilla goes to third, and Embry faces one batter. And Joe Dominic is taking him out of this game. One batter faced, gives up a single. New pitcher coming in for the Elks. We'll tell you about him after this on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Call this home, that's where I belong, that's where I belong. Call this home, that's where I belong, that's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
That's where I belong.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Bend trying to hold on to a 1-run lead, 11-10, with runners on the corners and 1 out in the bottom of the 8th, the 7th. And right-hander Bradley Gonzalez comes in for the Elks. 6'1", 260-pound native of Tucson, Arizona, who throws really hard and is making his 5th appearance of the season. 13.5 ERA over 2 2/3 innings of work. 7 strikeouts. That's right, all but one of the outs he's recorded is by strikeout. 3 walks, and opponents hitting .333 off of the right-hander, who last pitched on Saturday against Victoria, did not record an out. Allowed 5 runs, 3 of them earned on 3 hits, a walk, and no strikeouts. 11-10, Bend still clutching to the lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Nick Israel will bat. He's been real good today. 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs and a walk. A double as well for Israel. Alan Embry came in, faced 1 batter. Allowed Decarlo to single through the left side. And Nick just having a heck of a day. 3 hits, 5 times on base. 11 runs on 10 hits and an error for Bend. 10 runs on 10 hits and 3 errors for the Pippins. Nick Israel bats, runners on the corners, 1 out in a 1-run game, bottom of the 7th inning. Been a long night here at the Orchard. We're 3 hours in. The Pippins trying to pull out a victory here tonight. Gonzalez set. Here's his first pitch. Fastball tapped back towards the mound. Gonzalez fields, looks to third, throws to first, and it pulls the first baseman off the bag! Israel is safe and the bases are loaded. Joe Dominic wants a word with field umpire Dylan Parker, but on a high chopper back to the mound, Gonzalez threw hard to first, and Provost couldn't stay on the bag. And I believe they'll score that an error, but we shall see. First, the umpires are going to converse about this. Parker and Colucci. Would be a very crucial second out. He's safe. And the bases are loaded with 1 out on an error by the pitcher. Or just an error. We'll see if it is charged to Gonzalez. Nope, it's charged to Provost, who couldn't hold on to the ball. Bases loaded. 1 out in a 1-run game in the bottom of the 7th inning. What a game this has been. Kyle Dean bats, 0 for 1 with 3 walks. Corners in, Gonzalez deals. Fastball gets away from De Niro, the catcher. Here comes Padilla from third. He scores. We're tied at 11. And for the second time tonight, the Pippins have tied it up on a wild pitch. And they've got a chance to take the lead yet again. Here with 2 in scoring position, 1 out. In the bottom of the 7th inning, 11-11 the score. Here's the 1-0 with the infield in to Dean. Fastball ripped foul right side. And it's 1-1 on Kyle Dean. Walked 3 times today, scored twice. The Pippins, for the second time today, bring home the tying run on a wild pitch. They also did it in the 6th inning. 4 consecutive innings the Pippins have scored. 11-11, bottom of the 7th inning. 2 in scoring position with 1 out, and Gonzalez steps off the rubber. Bradley Gonzalez, senior from Tucson, Arizona, undecided on a school after time at 2 different Arizona junior colleges and a year at Dallas Baptist. He throws hard, but the numbers at DBU were unspectacular. His 1-1. Dean takes a slider down and away. 2 balls and a strike. Been clocked up to 97 before with the Elks, who he pitched for last year. Was one of their better arms in just a really bad season for Bend, the 2nd worst of all time. Two-one. Gonzalez delivers. Dean hits it back towards second, fielded by Bergarello, has no play at home, and with the infield in, they still couldn't stop the Pippins from bringing one home. Yakima Valley takes the lead on an RBI ground out by Kyle Dean with the infield in. It's 12-11. And that's just a demoralizing blow. You bring the infield in for that exact purpose, and it still couldn't get the job done. Pippins retake the lead, 12-11 in the bottom of the 7th inning, and now Tanner Parker hits with Israel at third and 2 down. First pitch. Fastball outside, pops off of De Niro's glove, but he sticks with it, and it's 1-0 to Tanner. 1 for 3 today. Another hit here could give the Pippins a 2-run lead headed to the 8th inning. We'll see if they stick with Bo Henderson out of the bullpen, who has been quite good. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball ripped into center field. That's a base hit for Parker. That scores Israel. And the Pippins lead it 13-11 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. What a crazy, crazy game. The Pippins have the lead again. And now Aiden Welch, the batter. Here's the pitch. Welch takes a breaking ball down and in for ball 1. Want to know the count on Welch. Pippins with 3 runs home in this bottom of the 7th. They lead 13-11 here over Bend. 2 down and a man at first. The 1-0 to Aiden. Fastball cut on and missed. Throwback to first is high. Provost able to keep it in the infield, but not able to tag Parker, who gets back to the bag quickly. Welch an RBI single back in the 6th. Pippins 13 runs on 11 hits today. Have never scored more than 3 in an inning. It's been balanced scoring from start to finish. Now the pitch. Fastball on the outside corner, called a strike to push the count to 1-2 on Welch. And it's the Pippins. It ties the highest run total of the year for the Pippins. July 4th against Bellingham, a game in which A.J. Wood, coincidentally, was also the starter. Finished 13-4. Parker takes off, the 1-2, lifted down the right field line, curling well foul. And deep into the night sky, that one gets out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tanner Parker at first. His RBI single has helped cap off his 3-run inning. 1 unearned run charged to Rylan McKnight, 1 unearned run charged to Alan Embry. And so far, 1 unearned run charged to Bradley Gonzalez. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gonzalez fans Welch. Any inning draws to a close. But the Pippins get 3 runs on 3 hits, an error, and they leave 1. And after 7, 13-11, Pippins lead here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today. After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
First pitch of the top of the 8th from Bo Henderson to Justin Parsons. A fastball that misses down and in. 1-0 on Parsons. Middle of the order here for Bend in the 8th, trailing 13-11. The 1-0. It's a fastball down low. 2-0 to Parsons, who is without a hit today and in the series. 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Christian Padilla in left field. Kyle Dean moves to right. Here's the pitch. That's down low. 3 balls and no strikes. Pippins retook the lead again in the 8th. We're in the bottom of the 7th with 3 runs after losing it in the top of the 7th. Now Bo Henderson with a right-hander, Nick Brown, warming in the bullpen, trying to keep it at 2. Fires in a 3-0 fastball up high, ball 4, and the tying run will come to the plate here in the 8th. Pippins 3 outs away from winning, but they're going to have to set down the Elks here. Here's Brad Morgan, who bounced out in his last at-bat against Henderson. 1 for 3 on the day so far. And this will trigger a quick mound visit from James Bell. Give us a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Bottom of the 10th inning in Walla Walla. 3-3 Victoria and the Sweets. And next opponent for the Pippins is Victoria. They are going to be using quite a few arms. And now Rob Hippie out to the mound to talk with Bo Henderson and perhaps relieve him here. Bellingham trails Portland 5-3 in the 8th inning in Portland. And Wenatchee over Kelowna 6-4. The final in Kelowna. So the Apple Sox improved to 6-2 in the second half. And Victoria and Corvallis already clinched playoff spots. It's a long mound visit, largely just to give Nick Brown some time to warm up. The tying run at the plate in Brad Morgan. In a 13-11 game, the Pippins ahead in the 8th inning. Very long mound visit here between Hippie, Henderson, and Bell. I believe they're going to motion to the bullpen, and they will. Henderson's night is done. Nick Brown coming in for the Pippins. Tell you about the new right-hander after this on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Nick Brown into the game for the Pippins here in the top of the 8th inning with a tying run at the plate in the 13-11 game. And Brownie, coming off of a suspension, has not pitched since Friday against Port Angeles, in which he tossed a scoreless inning with a strikeout, with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Righty out of Pittsburgh State, 11th appearance of the year, 1-3 with a 5.65 ERA. That number shrinks to 2.84 when you take out his 1 start that he's made this season. 14 in the 3rd innings of work, 13 Ks, 13 walks. Opponents hitting .293 off the tall righty, who will face left-hand hitting Brad Morgan here with 1 on, nobody out, after Bo Henderson walked on 4 pitches, the leadoff batter, Justin Parsons. Here's the kick of the first pitch from Brown. Swing and a miss with a hard fastball, 0-1. Brownie's been up to the mid-90s so far this year. 95, 96 a couple of times. Ejected on Friday against Port Angeles, essentially for racketeering in the dugout. Or excuse me, not racketeering. That is a crime that he did not commit. There's a pop-up, third base side, foul out of play. I missed it up with another word. Definitely not racketeering. He was just cheering loudly from the dugout, and the umpire ejected him, so he missed 4 games. Count 0-2 on Morgan after that foul. He might have been engaging in racketeering. In that case, Brown's got a lot more to worry about than this ball game. The 0-2. High and in with a fastball, 1-2. Parsons at first. Nobody out. 1-2. Backdoor breaking ball outside, 2-2. Prolonged bench jockeying, that's what it was. 13-11. The pitch, tap back right to the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Zach Needham on deck. Two. That one smacked into right field, drops in front of Dean for a base hit. Runner takes off for third. Here's the throw. They got him caught. The throw back to second. Tag applied. He's out! Justin Parsons trying to get greedy. And a crucial first down here in the top of the 8th inning. What would have been 2 on, no outs turns on to 1 on, 1 out. And Zach Needham to the plate. And an excellent heads-up play by Tanner Parker at shortstop. And a great throw from Dean in right field. Needham is 1 for 4 today. Right on left, first pitch. Hit in the air, shallow center. Schwartz, long run in. Does he have a play? He does. And he's going to try and throw back to first. No, he won't. As Needham gets back, or Morgan gets back, but Needham flies out. And there's now 2 down here in the 8th with the Pippins still leading by 2. And now with 2 down, here's Dayton Provost. 0 for 3 today. Left-hand batter bats in the top of the 8th inning. 1 on, 2 outs. 13-11. Pippins on top here in the 8th. Nick Brown, the bell tie set. Couple of strands dangling from his black glove, and he gets Provost to fan at a high fastball, 0-1. No balls and a strike on Dayton Provost. Nick Brown, the righty from Pittsburgh State. Pitches here with 1 on, 2 outs. The 0-1. Popped up. Back foul towards the seats, and that one lands. Nearly hit a poor woman in the back. Instead, it landed just behind her in the seat. Probably still hurt a little bit. 0-2. Victoria and Walla Walla have gone to the 11th. That game can keep going as long as they need. Use as many Victoria arms as possible, with the Pippins taking them on this weekend. The 0-2. Hit in the air, left field, foul. Victoria also had a game against Ridgefield about a week ago that went 14 innings. So they've been engaged in the longest game this season, and if this game with Walla Walla goes to 12, it would be the second longest in the West Coast League 2. Victoria tied it with 2 runs in the top of the 9th against the Sweets. Here's the 0-2. That's hit through the left side and into left field for a base hit. So the tying run on first after the opposite field single by Provost. And now Jake Jarvis, who's had a heck of a day, 3 for 4, digs in. Jarvis, the right fielder, bats left-handed. And quickly changes out his bat before digging in. Jarvis, in 30 games this year, didn't have a 3-hit game all season. He's got 1 tonight. A homer back in the 2nd and 2 singles. Tying run at first, the pitch. Up high with a fastball for ball 1. So Bo Henderson gets off the hook after Parsons was erased trying to take third, and he finishes with 3 2/3 innings, 1 earned run, the 1-0. Swing and a miss at a fastball, 1-1. Bo gave up 3 hits, 2 runs total, just the 1 earned, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. 1-1. Morgan at second, Provost at first, 13-11, Pippins, top of the 8th. Turning to look to second, nothing doing. They'll look to add some insurance when we go to the bottom of the 8th. Yakima Valley will send 6, 7, 8 to the plate. Would be Dean, Bell, and Schwartz, barring any substitutions. 1-1. Shows a bunt, pulls back, and takes a strike on the outside edge. And that's an interesting decision. With 2 outs and 1 strike, a guy who's 3 for 4 squares. And now he's a strike away from punching out and getting this one to the bottom of the 8th inning. Brownie looking for his first punch out. 2 on, 2 out. 13-11 Pippins in the 8th. Got him swinging with a high fastball. Nick Brown out of the bullpen. Shows some emotion as he shuts down the side here in the top of the 8th. And we go to the bottom half. 13-11, Pippins leading on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Call this home, that's where I belong, that's where I belong. Call this home, that's where I belong, that's where I belong.
Finding the right home is inspiring. That's why at Banner, we listen, learn, and help you find the home loan that lets you achieve your dreams.
That's where I belong.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Supports Yakima Valley Pippins Baseball. Make sure you stop by and grab a cup or cone of your favorite Baskin-Robbins flavor at the South First location. And then, next time you're at Yakima County Stadium, try out their awesome baseball medley. Baskin-Robbins ice cream and Pippins Baseball will make your summer memorable.
13-11, Pippins on top here in the bottom of the 8th inning, looking to add some more. Tyler Dean and then James Bell and Luke Schwartz here in the last half of the 8th inning. Dean 0 for 2 today with a couple of walks. Bradley Gonzalez back out in relief. His first pitch, a fastball on the outside edge for strike 1. Righty versus lefty, here's the 1-strike offering. Dean takes a fastball below the knees for a ball, 1-1. Bradley Gonzalez gave up an unearned run in that 3-run bottom of the 8th, or the 7th for the Pips. Here's the pitch. Taken outside with a fastball that De Niro couldn't squeeze. Some action starting the Pippins bullpen as Kyle Dean begins to throw. The pitch. Taken on the outer edge, a fastball for a strike, 2-2. Pippins short on arms. I'm sure they'd like for Nick Brown to be able to close things out in the bottom of the 9th after, or the top of the 9th after getting the final 2 outs of the 8th. The 2-2. Up high with a fastball to fill the count on Dean, and added insurance would certainly help. 13-11 the score. Bottom of the 8th. Bradley Gonzalez, the 6th pitcher of the night for Bend. 3-2. Gonzalez delivers. Smacked foul back to the screen, and it remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. In Walla Walla, still a 3-3 game. They're headed to the bottom of the 11th inning. Sweets and the Harbor Cats. The 3-2 pitch. Dean hits it the opposite way towards third, and it bounces off of Needham, the third baseman. Ricochets to no man's land in between third and the mound, and an E5 allows Tyler Dean to reach first here to start the top of the bottom of the 8th inning.
Now batting number 6, James Bell.
Now James Bell, the hitter. 1 on, no outs. Pippins trying to add on to a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 8th, 13-11. First offering, a fastball in for a strike on the upper inside corner, 0-1. Bell steps out, looks for time, asks for time as he looks down the third base line. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball, and it's 0-2. Bo Henderson, who might be the winning pitcher, is currently down the left field line of the bullpen, doing some unique post-throwing stretches as he flails his arm out, belly flopped onto the ground. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, and Bell goes down on 3 hard fastballs from Gonzalez, 1 out. Henderson will be the winning pitcher if this score line holds. Now Luke Schwartz digs in, 1 on, 1 out. Pippins trail or lead 13-11 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Schwartz 1 for 4 today. And the pitch. That's inside, 1-0. Missed with a fastball. Gonzalez, like a lot of flamethrowers, not always on point with the location. One and 0. Here's the pitch. Bunted foul off the plate, and it's 1-1 on Schwartz. Been swinging a better bat. Still never in the lineup for his bat, but he has been swinging it better. 13-11 Pippins on top here last half of the 8th inning. And the 1-1. Fastball down and out. 2 balls and a strike. With Dean at first after an error. And 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Pippins will have probably Nick Brown out to the mound in the 9th to face 7, 8, 9 for the Elks. Could not ask for a better part of the order. 2-1. Schwartz open stance right side. Pitch misses down and away. Another fastball from Gonzalez. 3 balls and a strike. We've had more combined walks today between the 2 pitching staffs than strikeouts. Pippins pitchers have had just 2 strikeouts on the day, 4 walks. Bend pitchers with 10 walks to 5 strikeouts. Combined, that's 14 walks, 9 strikeouts on the day. Part of the reason it's 13-11. Here's the 3-1. Fastball fouled back off the screen and then into the second row of seats on the first base side, and the count runs full. 3-2 Pippins, 3-2 the count. Pippins leading at 13-11 in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1 on, 1 out. Three and 2 pitch. Dean takes off. There's a swing and a miss. Throw down a second. Tag applied, and for the second time today, Bend pulls off a strike him out, throw him out, double play to end the inning. After 8, Pippins lead 13-11 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Being pregnant can make normal routine.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
supplies for more than 70 years in the Yakima Valley. Your hometown Ace Hardware stores in Yakima and Natchez provide attentive customer service and the best brands for all your home improvement project needs. Roy's Ace Hardware in downtown Yakima, Hometown Ace Hardware in Tieton Village in Yakima, and Oak Creek Hardware in Natchez also has fishing, hunting, landscaping, and cleaning equipment. Ace Hardware, hardware supplies and competitive prices.
First pitch at the top of the ninth from Nick Brown to Dante De Niro. Popped up and fouled off to the right. Barring any pinch hitters, it'll be De Niro, Fernland, and Zavolta. 7-8-9 here for the Elks, down 2 in the bottom or the top of the ninth inning. The 0-1, grounded right side. Second baseman Decarlo to his left. From the edge of the outfield grass, he throws on to first. One away here in the ninth. Nick Brown trying to hold things on here for the Pippins and give them the win in a 3.5-hour marathon. 13-11. Here's Chase Fernland. Scored 3 runs today. 1 for 2. 1 for 3, I beg your pardon. Here's the pitch. That's inside, 1-0 to Fernland. High and in with a fastball. Nick Brown got all 3 outs in the ninth inning, or the 8th inning, excuse me, in relief of Bo Henderson, who, should this score hold, will get the win. The 2-0, the 1-0, excuse me, down and out, 2 balls and no strikes. Brown trying to pick up the save. The pitch. It's outside, ball 3. Tying run on deck should Fernland reach. The pitch. That's in for a strike. 3-1. The pitch, that's lined into center field for a base hit. And the tying run will come to the plate. Here for the Elks in the 9th inning, Vinny Zavolta, who's got 2 RBI hits today. Top of the order will follow. Pippins won it with a ground ball double play last night. Can they do it again tonight? Pitch. That's in for a strike on the inside corner. 0-1 on Vinny Zavolta. One on, one out. The pitch from Brown. Breaking ball down low for a ball, 1-1. 13-11, Pippins on top here in the 9th. Wind in the 1-1. Slider hit in the air, left center field, fairly well hit. Padilla over and makes the catch, waist high in left center. Throw back to first, and Welch can't hold on to it. Oh, that would have been a fantastic game-ending double play, but it was not to be, as Aiden Welch was unable to hold on to the ball in left at first base, and now the Pippins an out away. But man, that would have been an amazing, a 7-3 double play to end the ball game. That would have been really something. Instead, one more chance here for the Elks. Top of the order for Nico Bergarello, 1 for 5 today. 2 down in the 9th. Pippins ahead, 13-11. And now time called for the runner at first, Fernland, to adjust an accessory that he's got on him. We started at 6:35. It's now 10:08. 3 hours and 33 minutes. Longest game of the season. Pippins trying to pull out a win. There's a line shot, shallow left center, drops in front of Padilla for a base hit. And another hit for the Elks, so the go-ahead run will come to the plate here in the 9th. The form of Justin Parsons, who's hitless. 2 down in the 9th. Tying run at first. 14 hits for Bend, but they trail Pippins 13-11. Parsons, the left-handed hitter, has walked twice, been hit by a pitch. He's 0 for 2. And he takes the first pitch down low for a ball, 1-0. Brown walking on eggshells here, but still a comfortable cushion. Would need to be a ball driven to the gap to really even think about tying this game. Outfield playing slightly in except for Dean in right, who's back a step or two. 1-0. That's hit down the left field line, opposite way, but very late on that swing, and it's well foul, 1-1 on Parsons. Pippins looking to get above 500 in the second half. 4-4. Bend trying to avoid dropping their 6th straight after starting 2-0 in the second half. Pippins trying to extend their winning streak all time over Bend to 8 in a row. The 1-1. Slider inside, 2-1. Pippins were at one point down by 6 runs. Both dugouts are ready to pounce. Each one hopefully in victory. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on an outside fastball. And the Elks are down to their final strike tonight. 2-2 on Justin Parsons, the Bend native. 13-11, Pippins on top here in the 9th. Tying run at first with 2 down. The 2-strike pitch from Brownie. Hit foul left side, and it remains 2-2. What a wild, wild night at the Orchard. Brown gets a new baseball from behind the plate. 2 on, 2 out in a 2-run game. 13-11, Pippins, top of the 9th inning. 3 hours, 36 minutes since we began. Parsons chokes up on the bat from the left side with 2 down. The pitch. Check swing on a breaking ball that gets away from Bell, the catcher. He has no idea where it is. Both runners advance. And Fernland nearly thought about taking home on the pass ball. Count runs full, 3-2. Now the tying run in scoring position with 2 down. And a full count on Justin Parsons. Single could tie this game. Wild pitch moves both runners up. 3-2 on Parsons. Bearded right-hander stares in. Time called at home by Dylan Parker. Payoff pitch. Ground ball hit first base side. Decarlo, the second baseman, has it. Throws on to first in time, and the ball game is over. The Pippins pull out a thrilling 13-11 win here tonight at the Orchard. They were down as much as 6, but come back to grab the victory, and now some tension as multiple Bend players have to be held by the coaching staff. Particularly, wow, Gil Luna is furious out of the dugout, and several Elks are being held back from the Pippins on the first base side. And this is a wild development here. Several Elks are being held back and had to be held back from the Pippins, and clearly some words were exchanged. And some words still being exchanged. As we head to the postgame show, we'll wrap things up. A wild night at the Orchard in more ways than one. After this, 13-11, Pippins grab the W on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Dickey's Barbecue in Rainier Square in Yakima offers the best house smoked meats and classic sides to satisfy your barbecue cravings this summer.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome, and se habla español. This is how we care.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Drinks, Tailgaters provides something for customers of all ages. Cheer on your favorite team in the restaurant while experiencing 1950s charm with a modern twist. Visit Tailgaters Bar and Grill today, located at 110 East 3rd Avenue at Viking Village in Sela. Tailgaters Bar and Grill.
A wild, wild night at the Orchard, but it ends in the way we were all hoping. The Pippins grab the victory, 13-11, in just an exciting game from start to finish. There's no other way to put it. Just a crazy night. The Pippins at one point were down 9-3 against the Elks, and they came back. 2 runs in the 4th, 3 runs in the 5th, 2 runs in the 6th, 3 runs in the 7th, and win 13-11 on just a wild, wild night at the Orchard. It was a crazy, crazy game, and lots to wrap up here on the Pippins post-game show. So why don't we just start with the offensive performance. Nick Decarlo, 3 for 3. Nick Israel, 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs. Tanner Parker was 2 for 4. 7 different guys collected base hits for the Pippins. It was a pretty impressive performance on that end. And then Bo Henderson out of the bullpen helped wrap things up. Picks up his second win. He's now 2-0 on the season, I believe. Let me double check on that. Nick Brown gets the save, his second of the year. Bo gets his first win. He's 1-0, 3 2/3 innings of relief. Cleaned things up after A.J. Woods struggled, and Anthony Alvarado also struggled. Alvarado, third of an inning, 5 earned runs. A.J. Wood, 4 runs in 3 innings. 6 different pitchers entered into the game for the Elks. Alan Embry, the one that takes the loss in relief, he falls to 0-3. All of them gave up runs. Not all of them gave up earned runs, but all of them did give up runs, and the Pippins win it 13-11. Again, Bend fell behind early. Pippins took a 3-0 lead, and then the Elks put 2 on the board in the second, 7 in the 4th, and they had a 9-3 lead at one point. Then the Pippins tacked on multiple runs from the 4th through the 7th innings. After falling behind in the top of the 7th, took the lead back in the bottom half and held it from there. 13-11. Nick Brown picks up the save with 2 innings of scoreless relief. Although he did give up 4 hits, he struck out 1 batter and was able to hold the Bend off the scoreboard. Pippins will go for the sweep tomorrow with a 6:35 first pitch. TBA starter for the Elks, whereas the Pippins will send Ryan Jamieson to the mound. Elsewhere in the West Coast League, Victoria 3, Walla Walla 3, bottom 12. Port Angeles beats Cowlitz 4-3. Wenatchee 6, Kelowna 4 in the final from Kelowna. Portland over Bellingham 7-3. In the major leagues, Dodgers lead the Phillies 6-2. Mets beat the Twins 14-4. Cardinals over the Pirates 6-1. Brewers over the Braves 5-4. Cubs over the Reds 5-2. Giants beat the Rockies 11-8. The Giants are fighting back. They're only 2 games under 500. A's over the Mariners 10-2. Orioles beat the Nationals 9-2. Red Sox 5. Blue Jays 4. Indians 7. Tigers 2. Padres 3. Marlins 2. D-backs 19. Rangers 4. Royals 7. White Sox 5. Astros 11. And the Angels 2. Rays and Yankees were rained out and postponed. That'll pretty much do it here from the Orchard on a spectacular Wednesday night. For Zach and Austin on the controls, this has been Miles Klotz. Thanking you for tuning in and reminding you to tune in tomorrow, 6:20 pregame, 6:35 first pitch, as the Pippins go for the series sweep over the Elks and try and make it 6-4 in the second half of the 2019 season. Everybody have a good rest of your Wednesday night.